Alrighty, welcome back everybody to our latest live stream. We are going live with a tornado in progress. This is currently near Horner Lake and going towards Matador in Texas, off to the east of Floyd Data, and also off to the northeast of Lubbock. This is a large cone tornado that is currently in progress. If you are in this tornado warning for Horner Lake, you need to seek shelter immediately. This is for Floyd and Motley counties in Texas, but this is a large and extreme, this is at least a large tornado. Very easily could go PDS here in just a moment. This is Jordan Hall with my radar, who is currently on this large tornado. Believe this is a drone shot of this tornado right now that is in progress. This storm is not just producing a tornado, but it's also producing 5-inch sized hail. It is producing DVD sized hail right now. It is a significant storm for many reasons.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So this warning was just upgraded. This is now a particularly dangerous situation. A large tornado is currently in progress. Once again, this is Jordan Hall on this storm, but let's go to radar. This is once again a large and extremely dangerous tornado currently in progress, but which is going to be heading in the direction of Matador, Texas. So if you are in this warning, you've got to get to your safe place, get away from windows, lowest floor possible, and get to an interior room of your home or building. This is a significant tornado that is currently in progress. If you look at velocities, they are very strong right now, approaching highway or road 28. It's going to be coming up near Horner Lake as well. We also have a significant debris signature that is heading right towards Matador, Texas, once again northeast of Lubbock. So if you are in this warning, you got to get to your safe place. This is also producing DVD sized hail, which is 5 inches in diameter. Once again, this is Jordan Hall live on this tornado warning cell right now. Again, large tornado in progress. It has become, it looks like, a little bit less condensed over the last couple minutes. This is also Matthew Capucci, who is also with my radar, meteorologist looking at this storm as well. This tornado, again, has been in progress for approximately 4 to 5 minutes and is actively producing a tornado. Let's go back to Jordan.
Scott, let me know if you get a good view up there.
You can see the, look at the right side, by the way, all the clouds coming right into that rotation. This is a rapidly rotating storm right now that is producing a tornado, again, coming towards Matador. It's become a little bit more rain-wrapped here over the last couple minutes, but it is still a large tornado that is in progress. Again, producing 5-inch sized hail as well. Matador, thank you.
You
can still see,
look at it.
You can still see the tornado right there in the middle of your screen. This is still actively in progress. See if Jordan zooms
Scott,
in here.
let me know if you get a good visual from that road.
This is in Texas, once again, northeast of Lubbock near Matador. Matthew Capucci is a little bit closer to it. I'm going to go back to Jordan. Jordan still has the cone tornado right there in the middle of your screen.
I was going to get to this road, but I am not taking a chance. I was starting to get under the collar cloud, and nope, no thank you.
I'm going to inch, I was going to say. I just don't want to overfly my drone either. I was trying to get around this hill. So we can all see.
Got 100 plus RFD.
Look at the velocities, bottom right of your screen, by the way. Again, this is an off-the-charts kind of velocity signature that we have on this storm right now, going towards Matador, Texas.
You can definitely see it. Yep.
But there's still actively a tornado. You got to look closely. Middle right, or kind of middle right. It's probably about a couple inches from the right or middle side of your screen. You can still see that tornado's in progress. It's not nearly as large as before, but it is still a cone tornado that is in progress.
I'm probably going to get stuck on this.
I believe Jordan Hall is the only one currently on this tornado. Very unpopulated area. There's about 400 people in this warning, and there's also been other warnings, which is the other reason why we went live.
Or excuse me, west. RFD, I'm on the outer edge of the RFD, but I was getting a little too close to the collar cloud.
And if you look in the middle of your screen, we still have a tornado in progress. I'm going to go back to radar just again. If you're just tuning in, this is a PDS tornado warning. It is a particularly dangerous situation. For those, again, east, it's off to the east of Lubbock going towards Matador, Texas. This is a significant tornado. We have very strong rotation on this storm. Once again, we very easily could see this produce a tornado for a little while as it continues to move southeast. So if you are in this warning, you definitely got to be in your safe place. Also, we do have a tornado warning in northwest Oklahoma. Oklahoma, off to the north of Woodward near Freedom. This one did produce a tornado at one point. It has become a bit broader here over the last few minutes, but we're going to continue to keep a close eye on that. There are multiple other warnings, but we are going to focus right now on our PDS tornado warning, where again, we still have a large tornado in progress. Middle left of your screen is now where this tornado is. Sorry guys, the audio is kind of blurry.
Yeah, it's a hog. It's fully condensed. Been condensed for about 14 minutes.
This will be coming up on the town of Matador here in about 10 to 15 minutes, but you should be in your safe place now if you're in Matador, Texas. All right, Jordan's taking out his drone. We'll go back to him in a second. Let's go to... We're going to go 3 cam view. Let's do this. Oh, wrong thing. We got 3 different chasers currently on this. And let me do...
Observed 5 inches.
Did this just get upgraded to observed for 5 inches? This is currently a 5-inch sized hailstorm right now. I just want to give you guys an idea of how rare that is. The last time we had a 5-inch sized hailstorm warning was approximately a year ago in West Texas. We're not even far from where the last 5-inch hailstorm was. I think it was back over here somewhere. This one is actively producing DVD sized hail. That is larger than a softball, by the way, that is currently falling out of the sky right now on this storm. And we do have a large scatter spike, which also is an indicator here of a significant hailstorm that is, again, in progress. Again, this is not just producing a tornado, but it is actively producing a huge amount of hail that is going to be going right towards Matador. And there's probably going to be some serious damage from this storm as it moves towards Matador, not just with a tornado, but also with the threat here of DVD-sized hail. That is, again, unbelievable what we're seeing out of the supercell right now. Also, back over to the south, we do have a supercell east of Lubbock that has tried to rotate, but this should be predominantly a hail and wind threat. Low tornado risk as that heads towards rural areas east of Lubbock going towards Spur. So we are going to be keeping a close eye on that. Back over in the northern Texas Panhandle, we have multiple storms that are ongoing here that are mostly hail producers. We actually had 2.2-inch sized hail reported near Highway 207 not too long ago. And also in northwestern Oklahoma, as we pointed out just a few minutes ago, we do have a storm here that is continuing to try to rotate. It did produce at least one large tornado earlier. It could again produce another tornado as it moves through Freedom in Oklahoma. The good news is that these storms are very slow moving, so it's not going to go very fast, and that's going to prevent it from really going towards high population areas. Back over in southwest Kansas, we have multiple hailstorms heading towards Spearville and as well as going towards Kinsley. Those will be capable of producing at least some half-dollar sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And then back over in Iowa, we've had a couple of tornado warnings here today, none of which have really produced much. We had a brief tornado east of Omaha, but aside from that, just a couple of hailstorms ongoing and a low-end chance for maybe a brief tornado with one of these storms as they continue. So I'll be keeping a close eye on those. A little update, our PDS tornado warning is still a PDS tornado warning. And again, this storm is producing 5-inch sized hail. That is extremely rare. 5-inch sized hail is currently falling near Horner Lake, and it's going to be approaching Matador, Texas in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So if you are in this warning, you got to be in your safe place. Also, the velocities are very strong right now. Brand new tornado warning in Oklahoma. This will be back up near Alva, west of Cherokee. It's going to be moving towards Tacoma. So if you are in this tornado warning, you got to seek shelter, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible, and get to an interior room of your home or building. This will be moving towards Waynoka and Tacoma. Again, tracking to the east-southeast. I don't know if I said east-northeast, but east-southeast. Also, we do have a report back over in Floyd County, so in southern Plains, Texas, of 4-inch sized hail at about 7:02 p.m. So that was approximately 20 minutes ago when we had softball sized hail falling. And actively, this is producing hail as large as the size of DVDs. Once again, some of you kids that are watching might not know what a DVD is. It is a big circular thing that is bigger than a softball that would go into like a VHS player, I think, or something. I don't know what it goes into, honestly. It goes into something, all right? But yeah, all right, let's go back to Jordan, who is currently on this confirmed tornado. This is a drone shot. Still looks like a large cone there in the middle. I think that's still a tornado down right there. Velocity's also, again, very strong.
Wow. Looks like there may be another switch.
This might be a fully rain-wrapped large tornado right now. Goes into a DVD player. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Absolute fog in there.
Look at how it's rotating by. Look at the clouds. Look how they're rotating. You see the clouds on the right side coming in from the right to left. Also on the left side, they're kind of coming in towards where that tornado is. It is rapidly rotating here. Again, just to the northwest of Matador, Texas. That is a large cone there that's rain wrapped.
Look at the inflow band it's sucking in from the right side. Alright, this thing's gonna be...
So once again, Jordan Hall with my radar. We are keeping a close eye on Brandon Kopic and Matthew Capucci as well. Jordan Hall's using his drone right now to get a capture of this large cone tornado right now in rural parts of, not Woods, Floyd and Motley counties. This is still a particularly dangerous situation, tornado.
It's coming right at us.
It is going to be going right towards the town of Matador. That is a huge cone that is heading right towards town.
Strong wedge. That's a very strong tornado.
I got a visual on the left side and the right side. Massive wedge.
Look at that drone tornado. Look at that drone shot.
This is a wedge that's heading towards Matador and as well as Route 6270 east of Lubbock, Texas. It's moving southeast at about 15 miles per hour. It'll also be going towards Roaring Springs. If you're in Roaring Springs, Texas, be ready to go to your safe place. You got a wedge tornado right now in Texas.
It is slowly moving right to left, so it might cross this highway up here.
Be worried about the softballs.
I'm gonna drive into it. Zoom.
Careful, guys. I think shades are doing 100 plus in the left lane, just going by everybody.
That's
My goodness, huge.
Pox asks, what's the risk for central Oklahoma? It should be mostly large hail and damaging winds. It's a low threat. I think the tornado risk by the time it gets to central Oklahoma will be low. Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is a large, basically wedge tornado that's been in progress here for about 15 minutes now, just off to the northwest of Matador, Texas.
Oh my god!
This is still actively a large tornado. And Matador is going to be, if it does hit Matador, it'll be there in about 10 minutes or so, maybe sooner. It's currently about 8 miles to the west of Matador.
We're gonna zoom in more.
Also, the storm in northern Oklahoma near Freedom might be producing a tornado here soon. The velocities have ramped up a lot.
Huge wedge, no joke.
Looks violent. I would have to assume this is intense to violent. Hopefully it's not damaging anything right now. It is in a bit more of an open field, but it is coming up on a bit more of a populated area here outside of Lubbock.
Tornado.
This is still a live shot again of a large tornado. It is a little bit more rain wrapped here over the last couple minutes. You're just tuning in. This again, Jordan Hall with my radar. With an unbelievable shot here of this large tornado. Velocities are still very strong right now.
I gotta zoom out.
Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, two things. First, the storm in Oklahoma is most likely about to produce a tornado as well. And also, just a quick comparison. I found a DVD, and for those of you who don't know how big a DVD is, this is an iPhone next to a DVD. So we are talking about very, very large hail from these storms in Texas.
Thank you, Riley, for the update. Yeah, let's roll quickly. So again, this is a Texas storm. If we go back up to Oklahoma, north of Woodward, this storm has very strong rotation and is most likely about to produce a tornado. This thing looks really, intense as well when it comes to the rotation. So again, this is another dangerous supercell near Freedom, Oklahoma, which will be coming up on Avard and eventually going towards Tacoma and Alva. So if you are in this tornado warning, definitely be in your safe place. We could get another nasty tornado out of this storm. The one in Texas right now is undoubtedly a strong or even intense tornado. This one could easily do the same thing as it moves in the direction of Tacoma and also just outside of Waynoka. Back over to our Texas storm. Again, as Riley just mentioned, DVDs. Yes, this is producing DVD-sized hail right now, back over near Matador, and it's going to be coming up on Roaring Springs as well. So if you are in this warning, you've got to be in your safe place. This is a very intense area of rotation that's currently coming up on 6240 Road. It is actively producing a large tornado. This is back over to Jordan Hall.
Connor, what about yours? You're further east.
Might go to Brandon here in a second. If the tornado's going to be on the right side. It is definitely still in progress with how strong our velocities are. Once we get over this little hump, we might see it again.
I'm risking it. I'm trying to get out ahead of it right now. We got a ways before it gets to us, so we should be all right.
Wow, what a shot that is.
Yep. We're getting
see.
south of it.
That is a great
No visual, rain wrap.
Actively a rain wrap tornado here.
I think it's wrapped.
Let's see if Brandon has something here. This is Brandon Kopic. He's on YouTube. Brandon Kopic's on the south side where this hook is. This is going to be a very dangerous tornado because it's coming right towards that roadway, 6270.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out ahead of it right now. We got a ways before it gets to us, so we should be all right.
Yeah, as long as you can beat that precip, you're fine.
We're going to go back to live radar for now until somebody has something. Once again, large tornado in progress. It has become a rain wrap tornado over the last few minutes, heading right towards 6270 Road on the west side of Matador, Texas. This is once again an extremely dangerous situation. We've seen it over the last few minutes. This is a huge tornado that is heading right towards Matador, Texas. You've got to be in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. If you are in this warning, the velocities on this storm are some of the strongest that I've seen so far this year. Additionally, again, 5-inch sized hail is falling with this storm. You do not see this hardly ever, but you can see on the warning here, there is 5-inch sized hail right now falling. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, there is a news source confirming a tornado on the ground in Oklahoma. It is a cone tornado.
Alrighty, thank you, Riley, for the update. So we now have a new tornado in progress. So we have the one in Texas, and we have one now in Oklahoma, just to the west of Cherokee, currently coming up on Cora. So this is another large tornado in progress near Freedom. This will be tracking along Highway 64, and it will eventually track towards Alva in Oklahoma. So if you are in this warning, you've got to be in your safe place as well. This is now the at least second or third time that this storm has produced a tornado in northwestern Oklahoma, and it's going to probably continue here for a while. That is almost undoubtedly going to be a rain wrap tornado as well. It's definitely wrapped in some rain here, heading right along Route 64. So again, another tornado confirmed. That one will get upgraded probably in the next couple of minutes. And so yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on that one. We also have a new report just coming in. Okay, whoa, this is the largest hail I've seen reported in a while. 5.2 inch sized hail was just reported in just south of Flomont, Texas. That is being measured with calipers. 5.2 inch sized hail just reported there off to the northwest of Matador. This is a monster storm with both a tornado in addition to hail. So again, you got to be in your safe place here in Matador. Hail this large can legitimately go right through your roof. I just want you guys to know that. It can go right through your roof. So if you are in this area, you've got to be in your safe place. This is an extremely dangerous storm right now that is actively producing not just a large tornado, but again, a huge amount of hail. Velocities on radar are still indicating that we definitely have a tornado in progress here. It is going to be heading right towards 6270 Road. This is a very similar position to where we had our Matador tornado last year, by the way. So again, if you're in this warning, you've got to be in your safe place, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. Again, very dangerous storm right now. Let's see if we have a Riley, do you want to go?
Yeah, I was just going to say, we actually have two tornadoes on the ground in Oklahoma. We have a large cone tornado and then a satellite tornado orbiting around the cone tornado.
Okay, so we have now three total tornadoes on the ground. We reportedly have 2 tornadoes in progress now in Oklahoma, a satellite tornado and a cone tornado, and then the Oklahoma one's actively producing a tornado. Let's go to Brandon Kopic. I think he might have something here. He's on the Texas one.
Yeah, it's just a big old HP now.
It is a high precipitation tornado at this point. It's hard to see anything as it has become very rain wrapped. Our tornado is going to be buried back in that rain here. This is Brandon Kopic again here in Texas, just outside of Matador. We again actively have 3 tornadoes in progress, 2 of which are in Oklahoma. Brandon's losing his view. I'll go back to him in a second. This is, again, our storm in Oklahoma. Our tornado that is in progress is going to be pretty rain-wrapped. The velocities have broadened a little bit here over the last couple minutes. It is a very stationary tornado from what we're seeing on velocities right now near Highway 64. But this is a tornado in progress. I do want to point out that the tornado that we had earlier looked very similar to this. It wasn't really moving. So I just want to throw that out there. This tornado is also not really moving right now, and it is pretty much stationary right over Highway 64. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max, I think the storm near Rawls in Crosbyton, Texas, that's south of our PDS warning, is about to get a tornado warning as well.
Thank you for the update. All right, let's go to the south now of the other tornado warning. This near Crosby, and you can actually see why. So this is another classic-looking supercell here near Crosbyton, east of Lubbock. And if you look at velocities here, we actually have a tightening right now, east of Highway 207. So a new tornado is trying to drop. That'll be heading towards 2794 Road. This storm is actively producing baseball-sized hail. So this is a significant hailstorm right now that is tracking just to the south and along Highway 82 east of Lubbock. So if you're in this warning, you've got to be away from windows. Another significant hailstorm's in progress. We have a small couplet right now south of Owens, and if that continues, we very easily could get a tornado warning on that as it continues to track to the southeast. Here are the last couple of scans. It looks like we still actively have a tornado in progress. This is going to be coming up on 6270 Road here in just a couple of minutes. We have 3 different storm chasers bottom of your screen that are all in this tornado warning right now. We have not seen a clear debris signature recently, but still very strong rotation. Very easily could still have a tornado coming up just west of Matador, Texas. This is beelining it towards Roaring Springs. So Roaring Springs, Texas, you are the next main location in the track of this large tornado. So be in your safe place again if you are in this warning. It's also producing 5.2 inch sized hail right now. This is a significant hailstorm that is moving to the southeast. And let me see here. Do we have anything from Jordan on Twitter yet? I don't think so. Yeah, we're getting... I'm going to retweet a photo on Twitter. At MaxVelocityWX. There is legitimate 5.2 inch sized hail that fell out of the storm just south of Silverton. We now have 3 reports of hail on this storm. The first one being, again, back over near South Plains of 4 inch sized hail. More recently, there was a new report of 4.5 inch sized hail measured by a tape measure back over about 10 miles to the south of South Plains, Texas. And then most recently, again, 5.2 inch sized hail has been measured on the supercell. So in Matador, Texas, you're not necessarily about to see a tornado, but you're about to see 5 to 5.5 inch sized hail move right into town. That is almost undoubtedly going to go through some roofs. So you need to be in your safe place if you are in this tornado warning. I think Brandon might have this tornado, possibly rain wrapped in the middle left of your screen. It's very hard to see because it is a high precip supercell, but middle left of your screen, I believe that is our tornado. I'm seeing it from another perspective, and it is pretty much the same spot. I think that is a tornado right there, middle left. Very hard to see.
Okay. Shit. Looks like it's diving south.
Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max, the rotation on the Oklahoma storm is quickly tightening even more than it was. If it continues doing what it is, I would expect at least a PDS tornado warning for radar indicated, if not observed.
Thank you for the update. Actively right now, this back over in northwest Oklahoma, very strong rotation right now near Highway 64 northeast of Freedom. You got to be in your safe place once again if you're in this tornado warning. This is a relatively stationary area of rotation. Pretty much a drunk NATO right now. I mean, if we had a tornado, this is pretty much drunk. It is basically stationary and barely moving anywhere. This could legitimately go anywhere. I mean, again, there's no direction that it is specifically going. Last couple scans have it moving slightly more to the north. So again, if you're in this warning, you got to be in your safe place. This is a very dangerous storm that is likely going to drop a big tornado, and that's going to be fairly rain wrapped as well near Highway 64 near Freedom in Oklahoma. All right, let me check on that storm east of Lubbock. The latest radar scan, the velocities are a little bit weaker, so not nearly as strong as before, but you will notice on radar, we do have a hook echo and a very strong inflow going to the storm. So if this can become surface-based, we could get a tornado with this as it tracks down to the southeast, southeast, and southeast. Long-term, it's heading towards Spur, Texas, east of Lubbock once again, just to the west of Spur. Latest few radar scans are showing the storm near Matador, Texas to at least have some broader rotation over the last few minutes, so not nearly as strong. We may still have a rain-wrapped tornado. It was very hard to tell from at least Brandon's POV, but if we do have a tornado, it's going to be crossing over 6270
A new tornado
road,
warning has been
over the
issued.
next few minutes. All right, brand new tornado warning. This will be for Matador and Roaring Springs in Texas. This is a warning that is not just for a potential tornado, but it is also warned for grapefruit-sized hail. Once again, that is massive hail that is falling right now near Matador and going towards Roaring Springs. I'm going to see if we can pull up a hailstone size chart here, just so you guys get an idea of what we're even talking about. I mean, again, this is just off the charts when we're talking about hail. This is... Let me try to full screen this. Let me go to here real quick, and let's see if I can pull this up. So this is pretty old, but this is an idea of what we're talking about with hailstone sizes. Once again, our typical severe storms are going to be producing stuff in this range. This is usually what we see with severe weather, right? This can be a little bit more rare.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This can be a little bit more rare, and then this right here is just massive. And I mean, again, we're talking about CD and grapefruit-sized hail. This is destructive and will go right through roofing here around the Matador area. So please be on the lowest floor possible, regardless of there being a tornado or not being a tornado. This is a very dangerous storm. Also, the tornado warning, we just got a new tornado warning. This is east of Lubbock. This is an area of rotation that Riley pointed out a few minutes ago, east of Highway 207. It'll be coming up on 2794 Road and also going towards 3385 Road, eventually going towards Spur. This rotation's been ramping up over the last few minutes. We have a hook echo, and this will try to produce a tornado, I think, as it continues to move to the east-southeast. So seek shelter if you're in that warning. They have maintained the PDS tornado warning for the time being here, just outside of Matador, but that's going to only go for another 3 minutes. So in about 3 minutes, that warning will end. And then again, this is our area of rotation, which has at least been a bit broader over the last few minutes, but could still produce a tornado at any time as it comes into the 6270 road over the next few minutes. This is back over to Brandon Kopic, who's on this tornado warning cell. We'll listen in just for a moment, but again, he is currently right in the hook echo. So if there is a tornado, it's going to cross right in front of him over the next minute or two. We, again, do not know if there's officially still a tornado here, but if there is one, it's going to be crossing over the road in the next minute or two. So Brandon Kopic actively looking at this storm. Again, just to the west of Matador. You can still see some scuddy clouds here. Still got a pretty strong inflow going to this. I mean, you can see it on radar too. Still a strong inflow notch here, just west of Matador.
All right, we got I don't know. I mean, I'm liking the view of the wall cloud right now, that's for sure.
All right, we'll go back to here. Once again, tornado, if we have one, it's going to be crossing over the road in the next couple minutes. We're going to go back to Brandon in a moment. We just had a tornado reported back over near Caprock, Texas. So this is moments ago. We have a new tornado. This is 9 minutes ago. Law enforcement reported a short-lived tornado. So they're just now issuing that tornado warning. A few minutes after that report came in back over south of Crosbyton, heading in the direction of Spur, Texas. So this is, again, another storm that has now produced a tornado. We are actively at least 5 or 6 tornadoes today, by the way. This is pretty much a tornado outbreak. We've had 2 here. I think actually, no, we've had 3 now in Texas. We've had at least 2 in Oklahoma, and we've had 2 or 3 now back up in Nebraska and as well as Iowa today. So we are sitting at about 8 or 9 different tornadoes, I believe, in total that have already happened, which is actually crazy. Back over in Oklahoma, we have a little drunk area of rotation right over near Highway 64. It is kind of spinning in a circle right now. It is basically doing a little loop-de-doop back over near 64. We don't have an active tornado here, but we did at one point. If we have a tornado, it's going to be near Freedom, Oklahoma. So if you're in Freedom, once again, be in your safe place. That'll be moving right along Highway 64, going towards Avard and Alva in northwestern Oklahoma, eventually tracking towards Tacoma. It is a very slow-moving supercell, once again, moving to the... This is kind of hard to believe, guys. This tornado warning, I don't know if it even says it on here. It is nearly stationary. You don't see that very often. They are currently saying, I'm going to put my little warning thing on the screen here. Look at this. It's moving east at 1 mile per hour. So this storm in northwest Oklahoma is moving at a whopping 1 mile per hour right now. So it could be to Oklahoma City in about 3 days at that rate. That's if it stays alive. That is actually kind of crazy. A 1 mile per hour supercell. That's about as slow as a turtle. All right, last couple scans here on the Matador tornado warning. Also, the PDS tornado warning is now done, so we're back down to normal tornado warnings. This tornado warning here, again, out near Matador, is currently producing grapefruit-sized hail. Looks like Brandon might have a lowering here. He might have. He's scuddy right now. Yeah, it looks like he might have had a lowering a minute ago. Very scuddy right now, not very organized. But it definitely looks like it might try to produce again here in the next few minutes. We at least have a lowering. Velocities are trying to ramp up again. I just want to throw this out there, by the way. Almost all the chasers that we currently have in this area are about to go through a destructive hail core. So, again, Copic has a lowering on the left side of your screen. That is where we'd be watching for a tornado. And Copic's about to bust through some hail. We're going to go back to him in a second. This is a new mesoscale discussion that we just got from the Storm Prediction Center. A localized, strong tornado threat and very large to giant hail is also possible here over the next few hours. Notice, again, the max, or the most probable peak intensity is 4-inch sized hail. That is insane. And the tornado wind speeds could be as high as 130 miles per hour, which I highly doubt our tornado a moment ago was that low. But nonetheless... I think almost every chaser is about to drive right through this hail core. See who's the most out in front right now. If they're fast enough, they might beat the hail. But they're about to drive through up to 5-inch sized hail. Brandon's starting to drive through some of that hail. Is Storm Intermediate drive through right now? Okay. Which one's Storm Intermediate? That's not it. Apparently Storm Intermediate is core punching right now. I'm not seeing any hail quite yet. They're starting to drive through the precipitation. So again, the hail that we've had measured in the last 5 to 10 minutes is about 5 inches in diameter. Up to 5.2 inches in diameter is the highest hailstone that we've had so far. Currently, all these storm chasers, their only route is to go through the hail or go the other way. And the other way would be going away from the storm. So all these chasers are trying to keep up with this, and they could be punching through some big hail here in the next couple minutes. Storm Intermediate is getting lucky so far. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Yeah, Max, what I think we're seeing happen on Storm Intermediate's feed is this storm is kind of weakened down for a little bit. So I think we're seeing a lot more sloppy hail. So it's a little softer than the really hard 5-inch softballs we were seeing earlier. So hopefully he doesn't see any big hail, but there's still definitely some large hail in here. He's about 1/4 of the way through the core on Radar Omega. This is probably going to be a situation where if he does get in the hardcore, every piece of glass on his car will be blown out. So if you are a truck driver on Highway 62 or 70 in Texas, definitely pull over. Don't try and drive through this thing and just wait it out.
Thank you, Riley, for the update. Let's go back over to Storm Intermediate. This is what they're looking at right now. And so far, they've been lucky. Brandon Kopic's gonna be right behind them, and he might get more of the hail. Copic is honestly gonna be through it the longest. But so far, Storm Media is just getting a lot of rain, which is a good sign to see. Let's go over to Brandon. Brandon Kopic, who's also on YouTube.
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
Brandon is scared, by the way. Will asks, what is the outlook for Kansas City tonight? I think it'll be mostly isolated wind and hail. It's a low risk up there of tornadoes. We have a big update. The southern tornado warning was just upgraded. So the storm that's back over near south of Crosbyton was just upgraded to 4-inch sized hail. So this tornado warning is now not just producing a potential tornado threat, but it is also producing softball-sized hail. So this is now producing softball-sized hail heading in the direction of Spur, Texas. This will definitely damage crops, and it could go right through somebody's roof. The velocities on the last couple scans are showing a little bit more of a couplet now, just east of Caprock, and that's going to be going towards Calgary and just west of Red Mud. So if you are in this tornado warning, please seek shelter, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. Again, dangerous storm right now, tracking down to the southeast. The storm back over to the west of Cherokee and near Freedom. Velocities on this storm have become a little bit broader. Our main area of rotation is still stationary. It is not moving right now. Near Highway 64, it is going to try to go towards Cora, but it's, again, not moving. So I don't know if it's actually going to really go anywhere. This thing's just stationary. This is the last about 15 to 20 minutes. The rotation has not moved in Oklahoma. This is, again, what we call on this channel a drunk NATO or a drunk area of rotation. Basically meaning it's not moving. It's basically a stationary area of rotation, or the tornado's doing a bunch of weird turns. So that storm is still actively being weird. And so far, I mean, I've been watching every chaser. I've not seen a single chaser go through 6270 and actually get, slammed by hail. Our hail core will be right over that highway right now. So it seems like so far, good news. I've not seen a single chaser get their window blown out. For reference, yesterday, we had a bunch of chasers that had their windows get blown out from the hail that we've had out of the storms yesterday back over in West Texas. And once again, our storms in West Texas yesterday are not very different from today. Today's environment slightly more favorable for tornadoes, which is why we've seen so many today, but it's still producing a bunch of hail. So the environments, again, both being dry line setups, and we are continuing to see that here in real time with these storms right now. By the way, not related to what's happening right now, but I do want to mention that I am officially, I'm pretty sure I'm officially going to be a meteorologist in about 10 days. So I just want to throw that out there, a little personal announcement. I know a lot of you have probably seen it at this point, but I officially have passed, I think, every single class. I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure I've passed every class. I mean, I have good grades in every class, but obviously it's not official until it's official, but I am pretty sure I will officially be a meteorologist max velocity here in about 10 days. So very exciting stuff in my personal life. Again, it's been a heck of a journey, but I think we are about to be a meteorologist, which is kind of crazy. So I just want to throw that out there. Let's go back to Brandon. I think he does have a little bit of a lowering again.
Visually, though, it looks like we're okay.
Hey, by the way, everybody. This is once...
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This is once again Brandon. This is the storm that just produced a large tornado. We also have a new tornado warning that has just been issued. This is going to be all the way back down in southwest Texas, south of Fort Stockton. So if you are in this warning, you got to be in your safe place, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. Very strong rotation, actually, right near Highway 385. It's tracking towards Boat Hills. I'm not going to lie, I don't think there's really anybody in this warning, but if anybody's in the warning, it'll be right along the highway. So if you are in that warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. Tornado warning includes 23 people. There's no main locations, like no main towns in that warning. But again, south of Fort Stockton, that's kind of an area that is relatively rural to begin with. But again, if you're in that warning, seek shelter. Let's go back to Brandon again on the tornado warning net right now near Roaring Springs. He still has a pretty good view of this storm. Looks like a few hills here.
Yeah, all those people were like taking.
Looks like a pretty solid lowering there on the right side. I think that's where we'll be looking for our tornado here.
And the sheriff's like, "Get the F out of the road."
Oh, is that what he was talking about? I thought he was yelling at us.
Definitely have a lowering still at this storm.
No, it's because there were a bunch of people in the freaking road.
Oh, I got to see that already. I was like, I was well in the ditch. That's valid.
Thank you, TJ, for the super chat. Congratulations, Max. You'll be the best meteorologist in the country. I appreciate that. Thank you, JCC, for the super chat. How's Des Moines looking tonight? Des Moines should be mostly hail and wind. Let me just quickly give you guys an idea of what's happening across the entire country, because we actually have a lot of severe weather. You can tell by the warning counter. We're at 21 total warnings. Back over in Iowa, this has been an area that we've had actually a couple of tornadoes today, mainly back over near Omaha. Those were relatively short-lived tornadoes. We actively do have a couple of hailstorms happening just outside of Des Moines, and we also have a couple of strong storms back over near Harlan. These are mostly going to be your ordinary hail and wind producers. Nothing, in my opinion, that is going to be anything significant that's more than just some large hail and damaging winds. I don't think we'll see much of a tornado risk there. Back over in Nebraska and northeast Kansas, we do have a couple of severe storms that'll be tracking in the direction of Westmoreland, Holton, and eventually going in the direction of Kansas City. These storms should be mainly linear by the time they get to the Kansas City area, with some level of damaging winds and hail. Back over in southwest Kansas near Dodge City, we have a couple of big hailstorms happening here. Mainly damaging winds and hail with these storms. The tornado risk should stay on the low side of things. Not nearly as favorable of an environment as what we have back over in Texas and Oklahoma. Back over in northwest Oklahoma, we still have a significant storm near Freedom that is producing big hail, in addition to the potential of a tornado going towards Tacoma, actively producing baseball-sized hail, and that is moving to the east-southeast as of right now. And then we have a bunch of storms in the northern Texas panhandle. I mean, these are all producing huge hail as well. If there was a day that was going to produce massive hail, it is today. We have a bunch of hailstorms right now. I don't even know if I can count the number of hailstorms that are over baseball size right now. We got we got I think we have 4 or 5 total warnings, including tornado warnings, that are over baseball-sized hail. So, again, the storms right now across the board are absolutely insane here in the Texas area. Also back over where our tornado warnings are near Matador and also south of Crosbyton. Velocities have at least been a little bit weaker here over the last few minutes. We do still have at least a little area of rotation that is off to the west of Matador. This is where we just had a huge tornado a few minutes ago. So if we have a new tornado drop, it will be going towards Roaring Springs and as well as Highway 684. And then back over to the south of Crosbyton, this is a storm that has a pretty nasty looking hook echo. Still a very strong inflow heading towards Spur, Texas. This could also drop a tornado. The velocities are still strong enough that we could get a tornado as that moves to the east-southeast. Let's go back over to Brandon Kopic on YouTube. He has an unbelievable view right now of this supercell. That is a stunning look at the supercell right now. And he's kind of looking at where the hook is. And he's actually going behind some trees right now. Once he gets beyond the trees, you'll see it a little bit better here. Still see a little lowering there on the left. Thank you, Barbara, for the very generous $50 super chat. W's in the chat for Barbara, and also thank you, Jesse, for the very generous $50 super chat. I'm sure you did great. Get you a nice dinner. Again, you are the future of weather. Proud to follow you. I appreciate that, Jesse. And thank you so much for the generous super chat. I've never seen so many trees here in West Texas. Just found a huge tree field. All right, I'm going to go back to Brandon in a second. He had a pretty good view, though, of this supercell. We'll go back to him in a moment. Well, since you are a meteorologist, will that affect your YouTube channel? We're not going anywhere. We're here on YouTube. I'm not going anywhere, so it does not affect me. The only thing it'll affect is that now I'm gonna have to say I'm meteorologist max velocity. If I want to. I don't have to, but if I want to, I'll say meteorologist max velocity. Also, shout out to Christina with the very generous Venmo donation with the graduation present. I appreciate that. We have officially lost Brandon. He is out of connection right now. Try to refresh him here. All right, latest update on our tornado warning to the east-southeast of Lubbock. We still have a large hook echo on this storm and a strong inflow. It looks like our outflow boundary, there's like a little outflow out in front of this. I think that might be hindering it right now as it moves to the east-southeast in the direction of Spur. But again, velocities are still strong enough. If it's able to latch onto this outflow, we could get a photogenic tornado as that moves in the direction of 3385 Road. And again, Spur, Texas would eventually be in the path of this. So if you are in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your safe place. The Matador storm is still producing some pretty big hail. They have downgraded the warning, though. It was initially at DVD-sized hail. It is now all the way down to tennis ball-sized hail. So it is a much lower hail threshold now on this storm. Also, Brandon Kopic is starting to come back. You can see a large, looks like wall cloud there on the left side of your screen. Outside here of Roaring Springs. But Brandon's having some trouble with his connection, it looks like with Starlink. Well, we might have a new area of rotation developing. Velocities have increased a little bit here over the last couple minutes, just outside of Roaring Springs. So we might get a new additional tornado here soon on this supercell as it tracks into Roaring Springs. So if you're in Roaring Springs, once again, be in your safe place. They will likely issue a new warning on this soon, whether that's a severe warning or a tornado warning. That'll, again, be going into the Roaring Springs area. I'm going to go Brandon on the other camera. So this is Brandon Kopic. Left side of your screen is that large lowering. This might be trying to gear up for a new tornado here shortly. Velocities are definitely increasing. So we might have a new tornado trying to drop here in the next few minutes. So yeah, large lowering left side of your screen. I do think we're going to get a new tornado here in a few minutes. The velocities are increasing. This is a pretty typical looking thing here in West Texas. Could even get a drunknado. I do think this is gearing up to produce a new one. Just see the edge of the lowering down the far left side of your screen. Go back to Brandon here in a moment. This is what it looks like on radar. I know it might not look like much right now, but this is very similar to what we just saw in northwest Oklahoma over the last couple hours. I know we weren't live over an hour ago with the other tornado in Oklahoma, but it was a very similar thing where we had a strong area of rotation, then it cycled, and then it produced a tornado, and then it cycled again. Took a long time to produce a new tornado, and we might have just had one again north of Freedom not long ago. So I think that's going to be something that we need to watch for very closely on the Texas storm over the next few minutes. I do think we're going to probably get a new tornado. The one in Oklahoma does not look nearly as concerning. We still have a little bit of rotation near Highway 64, but again, very slow moving rotation that's going in the direction of Alva. And that again is in northwestern Oklahoma. And in case you are just tuning in and you have not already heard, this is one of the most significant supercells. I think it actually is the most significant supercell that we've covered this year when it comes to the magnitude of the hail and also even the tornado that we had. Once again, this produced upwards of 5.25-inch sized hail. Go ahead, Riley.
Yeah, Max, and just one other piece of information on just crazy weather we've seen today. So the storm northeast of Freedom, Oklahoma, has actually been producing baseball-sized hail over one spot, the exact same area, for over the last 50 minutes. Baseball-sized hail for 50 minutes straight.
That's a long time. 50 minutes is a long time for hail. Back over near Freedom. So again, if you're in the Freedom area, you got to be in your safe place. Brandon is looking at a large rain-wrapped area of rotation right now near Roaring Springs. This is a live shot. This thing might be gearing up to drop a tornado again near Roaring Springs. Velocities have increased. We have a little couplet too near 684. Thank you, Keith, for the super chat. I've been waiting so long for your announcement of completion. Maybe cry with pride. Super congratulations to the most deserving person. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Keith, for that. Thank you, Patty, also for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys all for the support. I missed some super chats, but I do appreciate it. This is once again a live shot with Brandon Kopic.
I don't know if the stream is up or not, but we've got we're gonna dive south. I don't think this northern one's gonna do it. Well, I don't think we got much of a choice.
It's about to do it, guys. There's probably a tornado here. I don't know if Brandon knows it. I mean, the velocities have tightened. This is likely a rain-wrapped tornado right now near 684. And I don't know if he even realizes it. This thing has been rapidly intensifying for the last few minutes. I mean, this is probably a tornado right now that's just over Highway 684. That's in the middle of that rain there. I'm honestly surprised he's not
Again,
staying
guys,
on this.
I can't see chat right now, but if you guys have sent any Venmo, PayPal, Cash App donations, Super Chats, thank you guys all so much for your support.
Again, back to radar. This is what the storm looks like right now. We saw this not long ago back over in Oklahoma. A very similar process where it's just recycling. It's a new area of rotation that's developed over the last few minutes, and we likely have a new tornado dropping right now on the west side of Roaring Springs near Highway, I think it's Highway 684. Let me check the road name here. No, it's Farm to Market Road 684, excuse me. That's where the tornado is currently located. So it's on the west side right now of Roaring Springs. This is, again, Brandon Kopic, who is looking at that edge. Again, the tornado might be buried back in the rain there, but that tornado is going to be back in the left side there of your screen on the west side of Roaring Springs. Latest velocity scan still showing a couplet. So likely a tornado in progress. We don't have anything officially confirmed as of right now, but...
Yeah, I see that. I'm flipping around myself. I just got data, but...
All right, Brandon is going to flip around
honestly,
here.
Honestly, it's going to be dark by the time we get to that southern storm anyway.
No debris signature as of right now, but...
Yeah, I'm flipping around.
Could have a tornado.
I just realized what time it is.
Alec's gonna flip around his camera here. So normal, by the way. See all the blue sky looking east in Texas, but when you're looking at the storm, it looks completely different. Basically, two worlds looking either direction. Shout out to Claire with the Venmo donation. I appreciate that. So once again, a live look at the storm that is likely producing a tornado right now. Go ahead, Riley.
Connor Croft has a tornado on the ground per radio.
Regardless, we won't have much luck anyhow, just 'cause
Alrighty, thank you for the update. Apparently, this is now a confirmed tornado. They both have the same view right now, I believe. Yeah, they're both looking at the same thing. That tornado is going to be on the leading right edge there. So this is, again, a confirmed tornado right now near Highway 684. Brandon Kopic behind a few trees, but the tornado's in progress on the leading edge of that right side there of your screen. So if you're in this warning, you got to be in your safe place near Roaring Springs.
He's on the North Star. Which end is it on? That's a pretty stupid question, but...
Velocity's again very strong right there on Farm to Market 684.
There's no such thing as a stupid question. Yeah.
Far west side. Far west side.
I can't see it.
Fully condensed.
It's a fully condensed tornado.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Big. Yep, that's a big one.
Yeah, left side of your... Sorry, it's left side of your screen, I believe. Yeah, that's the tornado, left side of your screen. Big cone tornado.
The middle, it's a little bit left side.
Left side of your screen. Big cone tornado in progress right now on the west side of Roaring Springs.
You should be able to see it now. Yep, there it is. Big cone, big fat cone.
It's a cone tornado. Look at that thing. That is a huge tornado right there, middle of your screen.
Oh, okay, now we found it.
We once again have a large tornado in progress on the west side of Roaring Springs. Slightly rain wrapped, but you can see it. That is a tornado. Once again in progress.
There it is, guys.
Copy that.
South of Matador.
Fat tornado on the ground right there. Fat tornado.
This is now the second large tornado that this storm's produced. That is a large cone in the middle. I know it's hard to see, but that's a large cone right there. It is going to be a bit rain wrapped, so it's not going to be fully clear here, but that is definitely a tornado. We had a wedge tornado earlier. This one is just a large cone, in my opinion. Also, new tornado warning on the bottom right of your screen. That is going to be for those in Crosby and Garza counties in Texas. 4-inch sized hail and a potential tornado heading towards 2008 Road, east of Lubbock. Once again, if you're just tuning in, large tornado on your screen, middle left. This is a large tornado just outside of Roaring Springs in Texas. We had a very tight area of rotation about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Last couple scans a bit broader, but there's still a tornado there, middle left of your screen. It's very, very hard to see, but you can still see the
Stupid autofocus
shape of it.
is killing me right
Reese says with the super chat, when can we call you Dr. Max? I'm not going for my doctorates right now.
Is it still down? I'm getting up towards, I've lost the visual. I'm going.
That is still a cone tornado middle of your screen. It is very hard to see.
Big cone.
Storm Media have... No, Storm Media is behind. Okay. Oh, Storm Media had it? Let me look.
now. Yeah, it's just big.
Storm Media has it too. Middle left of your screen. You can kind of see it again. Very faint.
Definitely still down.
I wish I could draw on this. Actually, I can draw on this. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go back to this screen. Let me go to Storm Media. So in case you guys cannot see the tornado, it is that right there. It's literally rain wrap, but you can see it right there in case you're having a hard time seeing it. It's again a rain wrap tornado, high precip storm. Once again, producing a rain wrap tornado just outside of Roaring Springs in Texas. Going back over to Brandon. I think Brandon still has a slightly more clear shot of this. Back to this.
You what, Scott?
Too far to my north to film it.
Yeah, I can't even. I don't even know if I think it got a little bit more rain wrapped. I can't 100% tell if it's still down from my vantage point.
Yeah, I can't see.
Oh, I see it in there.
At this point, if there, I mean,
more of a pipe now, straight up and down cone,
this is
like fat cone.
this is kind of interesting. If we go back to radar, I'll keep Brandon bottom right, and let me put.
That is beautiful. It's coming out of the rain.
Freddie has a crazy view of this tornado. Holy crap!
Yeah, big pipe right now. Big pipe
Brandon has it too. That is a huge pipe tornado right now in progress. Going to Freddie. Freddie has a clear view as well. It loads. That's a large tornado. Big pipe right now west of Roaring Springs.
Might be about.
I'm gonna get Freddie's audio. That's just a huge tornado right now in progress. Brandon Kopic once again has the view as well. Brandon Kopic again live on YouTube as well. Again, large tornado just outside of Roaring Springs.
South are you, Scott?
This is not rain wrapped anymore. It was rain wrapped there for a few minutes.
Sure. Yeah, looks like it's starting to rope out right now.
You can see it actually if you look at the top right. You can kind of see how it's roping out. It's kind of curving, so this is likely occluding right now. Could get a new tornado again.
South of Roaring Springs now.
Did you stop in Roaring?
No, I just kept going.
I'm less than 10 minutes out of Spur.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
You're ahead of me a little bit of ways. Rope's very persistent.
Still a large tornado in progress again just outside of Roaring Springs.
On the right side, it looks like a big bowl lowering.
Back over to Freddie McKinney as well. You can see it roping out right now. That is your, again, large tornado. Which is not large anymore. It was large. Not as large as before. Alright, I'm getting Freddie's audio on here. Give me 1 second. Alright, this should be Freddie.
Turn the car just a little bit here.
There we go.
Oh my gosh! Let's go, Chad. It's our third tornado of the day. Third tornado of the day. Third tornado of the day.
Thanks.
Third tornado of the day. I'm sorry about the Starlink, chat. This service is just tough out here. Look at it. It's doing like a C shape.
Uh-huh.
Look at the shape.
Going back down.
Look at the shape. It's
It's
coming
going
back down.
It's still on the ground?
That's crazy.
Look at the shape of that.
I'm going to hop out just to...
Okay.
I mean, you could probably hop out too if you want, you like, because it's on Starlink.
We're almost at 15.
It looks like it's in the middle of a field. There's a road here. I don't think there's anything here aside from possibly farms.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
They have just issued a new tornado warning. What is surprising is they did not upgrade this warning to confirm, but it is still a new tornado warning for Motley and Dickens County.
She's about to go away.
Still actively at least a non-condensed tornado. Might be kind of just roping out entirely now. Isn't much left here.
Or maybe we might get a little curly Q here.
It's also Brandon Kopic's view.
There it goes. It's roping out. It's roping out.
Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, the Freedom, Oklahoma storm is almost on the ground per news.
Thank you for the update. All right, new tornado trying to drop in northwest Oklahoma. This is back over near Avard, and it's going to be going towards Alva. Once again, if you've not already heard, this storm is moving east-southeast at approximately 1 mile per hour, apparently. Let me see if that's changed at all. I'm pretty sure it's still 1 mile per hour. And no, it's been updated. It's 20 miles per hour to the east-southeast. So this storm's increased in speed just a little bit here, east of Freedom. Velocities are very strong. It is a rain-wrapped area of rotation that is coming up on Avard and eventually going towards Tacoma in Oklahoma. So if you're in this warning, again, seek shelter. And if you're back over near Tacoma, be ready to go to your safe place, as that thing is still actively trying to produce a tornado. Also, the storm southeast of Lubbock, this is probably on the ground. Velocities are very strong. We likely have a new tornado in progress, which is going to be going towards Canyon Valley, as well as Calgary. So new tornado trying to drop there. If you're in that warning, you got to be in your safe place. We got a brand new radar scan coming in, so I'm going to stay on this for now. And here's the latest scan, and now it's just gone away, so that might have been a quick tornado. Might have a new one trying to drop on that one here soon, though. Brandon Kopic still has a large lowering on the storm near Roaring Springs that just produced a tornado. It could try to produce another one. I'll have to wait and see.
Big hail in here, guys!
Still see the inflow coming in from the right side. You can kind of see how the clouds are forming there on the right, so we still have a decent inflow on this storm. Thank you, Space Lobster, for the super chat. Meteorologist Max Velocity, how difficult is the degree? For me, it was difficult because I had to balance doing YouTube and as well as doing,
For some reason, I saw Connor.
college full time. But I would say, like, the difficulty on like a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, I'd say it was like a 7 to 8. I think it was hard, but it was definitely a good challenge.
At least double, if not triple layered his back window.
You can see the inflow once again coming in from the right side of your screen.
Yeah, our new area of inflow.
You okay up there, Connor?
Still trying to form a new tornado, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm good. I got right up next to it. It was just, I don't even know if it was on the ground, but the RFD was insane.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
All right, they have updated this warning. It is now up to a confirmed tornado. So they have gone ahead and said this is a confirmed tornado. It's kind of delayed. I mean, the tornado is no longer on the ground, but they did upgrade the warning. Oh, sorry, this is a southern warning. My bad. Southern warning's been upgraded. So the southern one's now upgraded to confirmed. This is going to be according to... Maybe Brandon? This is according to weather spotters. So again, damaging tornado in progress southeast of Lubbock. This is going to be approaching Calgary and just outside of Canyon Valley. So seek shelter if you're in this warning. Again, the velocities have weakened a lot over the last few minutes. I think our tornado probably happened about 5 minutes ago and is now tracking to the south and is likely occluding now, but we could get a new one out of that as it moves to the southeast near 2008 Road. So if you're in this warning, make sure that you are in your safe place. It looks like we're getting a new lowering on this storm. Freddy, I think, has a view of at least a lowering. Left middle of your screen, we got a new wall cloud on this storm.
Yeah, I agree. There's something back in there, and we got, like, literally 3 minutes of sun.
So a new tornado might try to drop here on the south side of Roaring Springs.
Everybody say goodbye to the sun. Goodbye, sun. Zoom in on the sun for a second. Show them that. Show them the sun. Look how much sun we have left.
Look at the sun setting. That's actually kind of crazy.
Goodbye.
What is that right there?
A giant cone.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just scud, but it looks sus, man.
It's the most sussed out.
That's a sus scud
on the
cloud.
back side there?
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Back over to Brandon. Still looking at a bit of a lowering here.
Talking about the part that looks like it's partially wrapped in rain.
To the left of that.
Quick little update. This storm is no longer producing 5-inch sized hail. Once again, we had reports about not even an hour ago that there was 5.25-inch sized hail falling on this supercell. It is now back down to 2-inch sized hail. So we are slightly more reasonable when it comes to our hailstone size near Roaring Springs. But I also want to point out our southern supercell, south of Crosbyton, is currently sitting at a whopping 4-inch sized hail. We are talking about softballs that are actively falling out of the sky right now, coming up on 2008 Road, just to the west of Spur, Texas. This is a major hailstorm that is tracking to the southeast. Again, if you have a baseball helmet, I'm not even kidding, put it on your head. This is a very dangerous storm because hailstones can actually come through your roof if you are in this warning. Again, softballs are falling out of the sky right now. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Yeah, Max, not only is this producing a lot of hail, it's producing a lot of rain as well. And we're actually starting to get some flash flooding reports around Crosbyton, Texas, and they have issued a flash flood warning for the area. As long as these cells remain as stationary as they are with how slow they're moving, we're probably going to see even worse flash flooding. So remember, just don't drive through any of those flooded roadways that you may encounter tonight.
Thank you for the update. And yeah, again, flash flooding is going to become a concern, especially with how slow these storms are moving. They're moving very slowly, 15 to 20 miles per hour for the most part, and they're not really going in any specific direction. So definitely something to keep in mind. Also, we might have a tiny tornado trying to form right now on the west side of Roaring Springs. Let's go back to Kopic, who has a large, at least lowering right now. Got a pretty strong inflow going into the storm right now. Right to left motion is very strong still over in Roaring Springs. New tornado might be trying to drop right now in Roaring Springs. Also going to go over to Freddie McKinney.
It's just fantastic to know that Panhandle magic still exists.
There's also Freddie McKinney here in Roaring Springs.
Gotta love how that works. I'm just glad we got
Hey,
service.
Space Lobster for the super chat. It is the sus hour, by the way. Yes, it is the sus hour. We need some sus hour emojis, honestly.
So frustrating.
What was that? You recommended.
What? I don't even know, bro. I don't even know what that was. No, just ignore that. Pretend you didn't see that.
Okay. Pretend I didn't see what?
Exactly. You know what's up.
Are any chasers on our southern supercell yet? Not yet. Okay.
Southern one's just going due south now. Well, we're just watching this wall cloud here, guys, trying to see. I mean, it just dropped the tornado randomly, so.
Max, do you have to take calculus 1, 2, and 3 for meteorology degree in differential equations? You do. Yeah. Most colleges require you to take all 3, or all 4, I mean.
The only problem is now the south one's just diving due south.
Once again, we are kind of watching the storm again near Roaring Springs. Again, it has been trying to rotate again. This thing's already dropped 2 tornadoes and is actively trying to produce a new one. Velocities bottom right of your screen are not very organized, but we saw that 10 minutes before the other tornado dropped near on the west side of Roaring Springs, so it could try to do something again. Clouds are still very low to the ground. This is not an elevated storm, so it easily could produce a new tornado if we get enough inflow and enough low-level wind shear here on this supercell, which is very possible. Again, our tornado threat should continue through about 9 to 10 o'clock, so we got at least a half an hour to an hour and a half.
Running toward it right now, even further southwest than that storm.
I'm gonna flip around in a minute once all this convoy goes by.
Moving back over to Freddie.
Yeah, I'm just getting.
Yeah, they're both looking at the same storm right now near Roaring Springs. Also, chasers are coming up on the southern tornado warning, which is going to be back over east of Lubbock. And if it is still producing a tornado threat or even looks anything of interest visually, then we'll obviously go to a chaser on it. But again, this is Freddie McKinney here in Roaring Springs, Texas. Which, again, we still have a lowering. It is more raggedy, not nearly as organized in Roaring Springs, but it is still capable of producing a tornado.
Yeah, probably going to start heading there here in like a second.
Also, quick little update. Back over in northwest Oklahoma. This is going to be back out far to the northwest of Oklahoma City, north of Waynoka. We do have some strong rotation still embedded in our supercell to the west of Avard, heading in the direction of basically nowhere. I mean, again, this is a very stationary area of rotation. It's not really moving anywhere, but if you are anywhere in this general tornado warning, you should be in your safe place away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. This storm's actively still producing golf ball sized hail, so it's a good idea to stay away from windows. Also, recently we've had upwards of tennis ball sized hail being reported back over near Spearville, Kinsley, and Lewis. So these are significant hailstorms that are currently in progress that are heading in the direction of Luca, Pratt, and as well as St. John, Kansas. So stay away from windows if you're in those areas. I have some good news. If you're back up in Iowa or Nebraska, the severe weather threat is much lower right now. There's still a chance for isolated hail and wind, but our tornado risk is generally low. As I say that, there's a little small area of broad rotation that'll be coming up on Coon Rapids, but I'd say more than anything that is a damaging wind threat that is heading off to the north. In northeast Kansas, we still have a few hailstorms ongoing near Marysville, heading in the direction of Centralia, Wetmore, and eventually going towards Westmoreland. If you're back over in Kansas City, this is what you're going to be watching for here over the next few hours. A good chance here of at least some isolated damaging winds and hail as that comes up on the Kansas City area. And once again, we have 4 tornado warnings actively, one of which is all the way back down south of Fort Stockton. And this at this point is very hard to see on radar, but if we have a tornado, it's going to be in some mountains east of Highway 385. So if you're in that warning, continue to stay in your safe place. And this is a storm southeast of Lubbock that could try to produce a new tornado. We just had one recently. It might try again as it moves to the southeast through areas like Calgary, and will eventually be coming up on the east side of Post in Texas. So continue to stay in your safe place if you're in that warning. The Roaring Springs storm still looks interesting, and I think it's still going to be capable of producing a tornado. But one thing I want to point out is that we do have a little new area of convection that has just bubbled up to the west side of the supercell. These could merge together, and that could actually lead to a new tornado risk in a little bit, maybe not now, but possibly in the near future as a storm merger happens. We'll see how that storm interaction goes, but this is definitely not done being tornadic at this point. I think there's still a chance. Tornado warning here does continue for at least another half hour, unless it's canceled. Goes until 9 o'clock
It's got a new base, a new cell is
Central Time. Just back to Brandon Kopic looking at this supercell that is trying to produce a tornado. And just outside of Roaring Springs.
Yeah, it looks like it's
By the way, huge shout out to
splitting
Robert
the
with the
cell to
20 gifted
east
memberships. W's in the chat for Robert. Really appreciate the generosity. Thank you, Tina. Appreciate the super chat. Congratulations on finishing school. I appreciate that. By the way, huge shout out to the couple of people that sent me graduation gifts in the mail. I have opened them very minimally. I haven't had a whole lot of time to, but I really do appreciate those that sent me both a card. I had a couple people send me a card, and somebody sent me an entire box of goodies, including cat treats. I will at the end, if we have time at some point, I'll put them on stream. But also, little heads up, back over in Colorado and western Kansas, we do have a new mesoscale discussion where there will be a continuing severe weather threat with hail up to the size of tennis balls, in addition to damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour being possible, and maybe a weak tornado being possible in this environment. Once again, back over in parts of Colorado and as well as western Kansas. So continue to stay vigilant if you are in those areas. Go back to, we'll stay on Roaring Springs. Here's a new tornado report, by the way. Brief tornado observed by law enforcement, but obviously the tornado that we had on stream was a much more elongated tornado, which is no longer in progress. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max, I have a very, very bad drawing over on the second monitor, but we're going to go ahead and try and talk about this and what's going on here. So earlier today, the first tornado of the day actually occurred from a smaller cell. Wow. It's even bad now that I see it on the big screen. We had a smaller cell that actually went into the rear flank downdraft of a larger cell, and we saw a tornado out of our smaller cell because it sort of picked up the rotation from the larger cell. So this is something to watch as we see that smaller area of convection run into our bigger storm. I'm not saying that it's going to happen now. It's just something interesting to note because we saw it happen earlier, and not a lot of people realized that, like, hey, we had a tornado, but what didn't actually come from the big storm, it came from the small storm.
Thank you for your amazing drawing and artistic skills. All right, let's go back over to Brandon. So a little look at our storm near Roaring Springs. Still have a small little lowering there in the middle. Actually, I don't know if that's a lowering. Is he going north? Is he going south? If he's going south, that's a different storm. Double check here. Brandon is actively going south, I believe.
Is that a rope trying to come out way on the southern flank? You see that, like, immediately to our left while there it goes.
Brandon thinks there might be a rope tornado trying to... Rotation has picked up again a little bit west of Roaring Springs. We could get another tornado with this, which would be crazy. Velocities are picking up again a little bit.
Never mind. It looked like a rope was trying to form on the leading edge, and then it just went.
So I see where this thing's gonna drop again, though.
There's like something there. Very scuddy. Thank you, Karma, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. And also thank you, Country, for becoming a member. You see her cat? She is actually laying on my cat tower next to me, and she looks absolutely, like, knocked out. She is literally sleeping. I've never seen her sleep like this before. Just literally sleeping. Let's see if I can take a photo and show you guys.
Looks like it's trying to focus its rotation right now. Looks like next to us.
That's what she looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that. She's kind of red with the red light, but yeah, she's pretty much asleep.
Probably got a good 5 miles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like it's west of us.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is the Roaring Springs tornado warning here in Texas. The velocities have increased again over the last few minutes. We may have a new tornado trying to drop on this. We are keeping an extremely close eye on this. And again, this has already dropped, I think, 2 or 3 different tornadoes. I think this is at least 2. I might be miscounting. There's at least 2. I know that. Maybe 3. But again, a new tornado is trying to drop. I know it might not look like much, but again, we just had a tornado develop with a very similar couplet look like this. This is going to be tracking towards Glen and as well as Afton, Texas. So if you're in either of those areas, make sure that you're in your safe place. Freddie McKinney is coming up on this right now. Brandon's obviously on this as well. I'm going to go to Freddie McKinney, who's also coming up on this.
Cut today, Eli. We've had a lot of cuts. Yeah.
Left middle of your screen is the area that we're looking at for interest here on the southwest side of Roaring Springs, Texas.
Yeah, I figured. My pit vipers were reflecting in the windshield.
I was like, what is that orange? Then I realized.
Those are my pit vipers.
Very scuddy right now, but left side of your screen is where we're looking for a potential tornado here.
I just got a little Ricola. A little Ricola in the mouth.
Got a little Ricola.
Also, tornado warning cell that's currently observed. Velocities are very broad. That's back down in Crosby County and Graza counties. Not very impressed with that storm right now, velocities-wise.
Yeah, might as well go by cop.
Might have a new tornado dropping on this storm, though. Sun is setting, or has set now.
Somewhere in here.
Tornado's trying to drop here near Roaring Springs.
Give us a dusk.
It's getting dark.
I think it is trying to come down.
Excuse me.
Getting dark.
I'm going to keep it on Freddy. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Left. Very much to the left here.
I'm seeing something in the precip.
I'm gonna kind of pull in like right freaking here. Howdy, guys.
What's up, nerd?
Hey. I'm not a nerd. Alright, should be to the left.
Brake lights
So right.
are beautiful, Freddy. I hope you know that.
Hey, thanks, man. I'm very, very happy you installed those brake lights for me.
Are we twinning now?
Yes, sir.
I'm back. And Freddie McKinney right now in the storm near Roaring Springs in Texas, where we are actively watching for a potential tornado about to drop.
There's a weak upland there. I mean, it is definitely low in the rain there.
Like right about there, because you can see the cut coming around.
Blast back north while I can still see.
You can still see. Oh yeah, look right. That
Yes,
looks,
Jordan. Now you wait. Is that a?
it kind of looks like a cone in there.
Freddie thinks there's a cone. Brandon has an interesting view right now. Let's go to Brandon. Brandon's got a very fast-moving clouds right now. Freddie thought there might be a
lowering.
It's impossible to tell, but it's definitely something there.
Freddie may have seen something.
Yeah, I can't. It doesn't look like it's all the way down. I see that large lowering back in the rain, though.
We go back to Freddie. That's not Freddie.
care if you guys.
Just watching right here. Ooh, lightning.
Kaboom.
I'd be hanging out the window and.
I followed you on your journey ever since you had 20,000 subscribers. It's very exciting to see you graduating as meteorologist Max Velocity. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Lightning there.
It's honestly kind of crazy to say that I will actually be a meteorologist in like 10 days. Officially. And from now on, people won't have to ask me, like, what are your credentials? Because I have them. I got the receipts.
Looks like it's trying to organize back there.
Get back up to where you guys are. Maybe I could see from your vantage point.
Got
'Cause I'm
loud.
not seeing a whole lot.
Chat, can you guys see?
Why do you gotta pull the cables? Oh yeah.
Is that a funnel, Brandon?
Going for Dr. Max Velocity? I'm not.
On my roof camera.
It's another 4 years of college, and that would also mean 4 years of probably missing streams, which I do not want to do.
3, 2, 1, pop.
Let's go to Copic.
Start.
Copic has a slightly more clear view right now of that lowering that we're looking at. Very scuddy still. It is rotating.
I think that just might be playing with their eyes, Brandon. I think the circulation is actually behind
Doge
that.
asks about southwest Kansas. I think it'll be mostly isolated hail and wind.
Looks like Scud,
The
but
tornado risk is
looking
pretty
at radar,
low.
It's starting to ramp up just the west.
No, it looks like what we're looking at. Well, it looks like a large lowering. It looks like two separate areas of scud. But what about this area, like just off to
Your
the-
1 million subscribers is more
the dark
more than
lowering
enough
is not
credentials.
that area.
For some people, it isn't. For some people, it isn't. This is such a sus storm. Been a sus storm for a while.
Good thunder, though. Whoa!
I can still see what I think is the root.
There's once again the storm near
That's kinda
Roaring
back
Springs,
behind there,
Texas,
the
if you're
rain,
just tuning in.
'cause that's what I think is the mezzo, the main mezzo.
The raggedy cloud base right now. It's not as organized as we once had it,
Yeah,
but
the
it could
main
still
mezzo
drop a
is
new tornado at
still
some point near
seen back
Roaring
there.
Springs.
There's Scud directly in front of it, which makes it seem weird, but you can definitely see where the actual mezzo is. I know, when it gets dark, it seems to be possible because there's not enough lighting.
No, and even if there is lightning, it's not in the right area. Oh my gosh!
I should not have said that because now it's.
So I'll throw it out there. This storm was producing at one
I'm not
point.
gonna lie, that scared me.
Again, it was at one point producing 5.25 inch sized hail. In case you're just tuning in, this storm at one point produced over DVD sized hail, which has hardly ever happened ever, northwest of Roaring Springs, Texas, and is now actively trying to produce now its third or fourth different tornado here in the last hour and a half. Which right now it is a raggedy base, but we're keeping a close eye on it. Real quickly, Riley had such a great piece of art that he wants to put on a t-shirt on shopmaxvelocity.net. Would anybody actually want to buy this? Riley has one of the worst drawings of all time, and he wants to put it on a t-shirt, so let me know in the chat, and we'll put it on if people actually want it. Alright, let's go back to Brandon. Alright, Riley, do you have the link posted?
Tweaking out this thing's getting under, so it's kind of giving me no outflow box.
Are you saying
It
yes?
might be
Oh
your
my goodness.
Starlink. You might have to hold down that button to disconnect it from Wi-Fi.
It'll be up in a second, guys. Give me 1 minute. If any more than 5 of you guys buy it, I'm really concerned about my audience.
Not even sure if there's Verizon here.
Valid. This is the radar presentation of this thing's actually looking better.
Yeah, I like what it's looking like just to the west. There's a decent little couplet, but yeah, visually it's kind of falling apart a little bit. Yeah, it's weird that this.
All right, guys, it's live on the store. The link is pinned in the chat.
Moving towards us. So that's just what's confusing me a little bit.
I swear, if anybody buys it, I
looks like
might
it's,
lose my mind.
Still moving south or southwest.
A direct collision course with that left split.
Hey, Jess, for the super chat, sign it, please, bro. I'm not signing that shirt.
Yeah, I mean that thing might produce before the craziness happened, but I'm low key glad I'm not trying to punch.
Also, if you just go to shopmaxvelocity.net, apparently it's a featured product. You have to save it, by the way, Riley.
That's softballs now, so.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is the Roaring Springs, Texas storm that is still trying to produce a tornado. Right now, we're still looking at raggedy clouds, not as organized as before. We are starting to see a little bit more of a hook echo develop on the bottom right of your screen. Might indicate that we're starting to see a little bit more of an organized inflow, and perhaps a tornado threat will try to ramp up here soon.
Back with the lightning core almost made us get whacked.
Proceeds go to Riley's art lessons. Honestly, might have to do it.
There we go. That's better.
I'm just gonna throw it out there, guys. There's already 10 of you guys that bought this. There's no way.
Now, 150.
Are we really buying the shirt?
We'll be hitting our PayPal goal today, but thank you guys anyhow. Thank you guys so much for your PayPal, Venmo.
The link's in the chat. It's also pinned in the chat. I'll put the link
as well as the super chat
top of the description. It's also again shopmaxvelocity.net.
Yeah, am I in like danger here since I have a
Looks like we got a little bit more of a
plastic
wall
bag,
clad
like,
forming down near
like,
Roaring
to keep
Springs.
my car get struck?
Sticker decal, guys. We're not doing an entire collection out of this terrible
Whatever
drawing.
it's called, setting it
There's just no way.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my window down. Well, I've got 2 windows down. I like listening to the thunder.
I'm not even kidding, guys. There's 20 of you guys that bought this.
Yeah,
I am actually, I might cry. 25. There's just no way. The shirt is worth every penny. I don't know about that. You sure the Patriots dressed?
Like
I have no
Southern
clue.
Cell's
They're
starting to
terrible.
hook.
Patriots are terrible.
I am coming in just on the backside.
So once again, Brandon Kopic, who's also on YouTube. You can check him out on YouTube. I think his link is in the description. Guys, we've sold 36 of these shirts. You guys are actually crazy. There's no way. We're about to sell more of these shirts than our actual Supercell collection that we have on the website. I just want you guys to know that, which is actually diabolical.
There goes Storm Tracker 9. We're all screwed.
By the way, they have issued a new severe thunderstorm warning back over to the south of this storm. This one's going to be back over near Spur. This is for softball-sized hail. My voice. And as well 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is still producing destructive hail that can go right through your roof. So if you're in this warning, again, be on the lowest floor possible. If you have a helmet, put that on. Because, again, you could literally have hail going through your roof right now east of Post, Texas. They are probably going to let the tornado warning end, which is the observed tornado warning that we actively have to the east of Lubbock. Guys, my phone is vibrating from how many orders we're getting. What the heck is happening? We are up to 60. Dude, there's no way. We've sold 60 of these shirts. Are you guys actually insane? There's just no way. This is the most random thing ever, and we're up to 60 shirts sold. That's just unbelievable. Dude. Go back to Brandon.
I'll go on radar a little bit. It's like hooking.
That is, by the way, that's I'm pretty sure we just tied the amount of actual Supercell t-shirts that we sold, like the actual design. We're up to 80. How would we just go to 80? Bro, whoever's packaging all these shirts is gonna be like, what is this design? Like, why did we have to make over 100 of these shirts? Thank you, Nicholas, for the super chat. There's no way we're buying that shirt.
Late.
It's cooked. I mean, at this point, we don't even need an artist. We just need Riley to paint some random crap on the other screen and make it a shirt.
We were watching it on a road over like 2 miles to our south, but eventually the hills and the
t-shirt counter. We're not doing a t-shirt counter. If you guys do want the shirt, again, I don't know why you would, but if you want it, it is the pinned link. It's also the top link in the description. We've now hit 111 t-shirts sold. Guys, what is going on?
Channel 5.
My phone is nonstop vibrating from orders. I just want you guys to know that.
Scott, what's it looking like from your view? Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Jen, for the super chat. Happy early graduation, Max. I'm a mama of 2 recent college graduates. I know how hard you've been building your channel and keeping up with school. Way to go. I appreciate that, Jen. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah, I didn't know how far those lights reach out, so I didn't want to blind whoever's in front of me.
We're up to 142? Dude! This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, and people are buying it. This is all Riley's idea, by the way. This has nothing to do with me. I just want you guys to know that.
I thought the sun was behind me, Jordan.
What happened to Brandon? Why is this camera, like, way zoomed in? What
Yeah, I'm trying to sit here. I can't tell if I'm looking at a wall.
Where does his name go?
Backside or not.
What happened?
Now it's moving back.
Oh, there it is. It was in the sunlight.
This is actually a really cool evolution. If there was a tornado on the ground, this thing would be freaking the coolest thing I've ever seen. It just got tighter back there. It's starting to drop off the left.
We're up to 167.
Yeah, it almost looks like there's a little cone coming down now.
All right, while all this is happening, we have a new tornado trying to drop again south of Roaring Springs in Texas. Little funnel trying to form there in the middle of your screen. This is once again Brandon Kopic, who's also on YouTube. Velocities are picking up a little bit, so there might be a new tornado dropping now here in West Texas near Roaring Springs. The confirmed tornado warning was downgraded, so we are back down to now a normal tornado warning.
Yeah, I think that's the right spot. Yeah, it's literally... Oh, it's literally...
New tornado is attempting to drop right now. Any chum for the sewer chat? Like the sewer chat if you buy a sticker. We're not doing stickers. No way. Hey, Clary, for becoming a member. Storm's definitely getting that look. It's a right mover again. It's very slow moving, but we definitely have rotation on this.
Are you saying on the left or on the right?
We've sold 200 t-shirts. What the heck?
Maybe on the right, actually.
There's no way we've sold 200 of these t-shirts, guys.
In the middle there?
That might be a funnel right there in the middle of your screen here, outside of Roaring Springs.
Left side. I've got it on my A7. I don't think it's a funnel.
Hard to tell. It is nighttime.
It looked like I had one briefly back there and a little bit in the rain, but it's gone now.
Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Yeah, Max. I think the
Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, so I wish it were daytime.
Thank you for the update. This back over southeast of Lubbock, and we are starting to see an uptick of rotation again. So a new tornado might try to drop out of this as it heads into areas between Post and Jayton, Texas. Riley was muted. All right, W. My bad. I don't know why he was muted. Oh, I see why. Oh, I had desktop audio off. That's good. All right. Riley was basically saying the southern storm here is beginning to ramp up again. Again, we have a little hook forming on this near 2008 Road. Velocities are on the at least broad side of things, but they are trying to tighten right now back over to the northeast of Post. So we might get a new tornado on this. And if we do, I do know there's at least a couple of chasers down here, so we'll keep an eye on them in case something does form on that storm. This is the Roaring Springs tornado warning. Again, bottom right of your screen is a clear view of that with Brandon Kopic. Again, rotation is right in this hook echo right here. Velocities are trying to ramp up. It does not look very pretty on the velocity signature here, but we've seen this sort of sight multiple times today. So very easily could see a tornado out of this as that moves down to the south. No longer any tornado warnings in Oklahoma or Kansas. We didn't really have any in Kansas, but the Oklahoma tornado warning is done for now. This storm is still actively producing 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds and ping-pong ball-sized hail heading towards Carmen and Clio Springs over the next few minutes. All right, let's go back to Brandon. Still on the tornado warning cell here near Roaring Springs. We'll keep a close eye on him. We are now over 270 shirts sold. What is happening?
Structure on this, Jordan.
270 shirts? I don't know if we've ever sold an item that much ever. Other than the hats. I think the hats are like top selling product. I can't believe that. That's unbelievable. Where do you buy the t-shirt? It's the pinned link in the chat. It's also the top link in the description below. Or you can go to shopmaxvelocity.net, which I don't know why anybody's buying the shirt. The fact that we've sold 270 shirts is absolutely bonkers. Bumper stickers? Guys, we're not doing a whole collection on this. The fact that we're even selling t-shirts is beyond me. We hit 500 t-shirts. If we hit 500 t-shirts, I will do a gritty. All right, I'll make it a deal. If we for some reason hit 500 t-shirts, I will do a gritty at the end of the stream. Which might be a while, but
starting to look pretty meaty.
I'd be interested to see on that southern one what it looks like once that left split hits.
Cheese turd shirt? What?
Yeah, Scott, this thing's a mothership.
My position down the road. Just a bit in about a minute.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is near Rolling Springs. Rotation is tightening a little bit, so we might have a tornado trying to drop right now near Glen. It's a very slow-moving storm on the southwest side of Rolling Springs, Texas. Coming up on Glen and Afton.
Hey, Scott, you want to kick over to TAC 2?
Yeah, deal. It's just that there's not much here. Yeah. Copy that, Jordan.
Let's go to Tornado Pagey.
I'm just gonna wait for the hail to kiss us.
I have them on here still. They're on the southern storm. This is the southern storm. This is Tornado Pagey. I know it's really dark. If we get any lightning, it'll be easier to see. Apparently, this is a mothership of a supercell near Post, Texas. Just don't know if we're gonna get a good lightning flash to see it. I'm hearing that from a few people. It's hard to tell. We're gonna keep an eye on it. Yeah, it's just not enough lightning. Apparently, that's a mothership of a supercell. Wall cloud is forming right now here near Roaring Springs. That is a clear wall cloud now. That Brandon Copp's on again, just to the southwest of Roaring Springs.
Hey, Scott, do you want to go over to TAC 2?
We're up to 326 shirts sold. Dude, what the heck? We need to sell 170 more shirts for a gritty, apparently. D says, can we get the Supercell t-shirt in a different color like royal blue? I don't know if Riley, if you want to work on that.
Can you hear me, Scott?
Apparently other colors for this t-shirt. I guess we need more variety in this terrible design. Hey, thank you, Jesse, for the super chat. Show some love.
Scott, can you hear me?
For Max. He just finished finals, going to graduate soon. Yeah, again, I finished my final exam yesterday. Was the one I really had to focus in on, and I got 93 on it. And I'll be brutally honest, guys. I'll literally be transparent, all right? And because we don't have anything active right now.
If he says something over there, I'll tell
so
him over here, Jordan.
For those that are wondering,
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground.
We're not talking about it.
Seek shelter immediately.
We have a new confirmed tornado here in Texas. This is going to be on our southern storm, back over near Post. So if you are in this warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. This is reportedly a confirmed tornado for Crosby, Garza, and Kent counties in Texas, east of Post and west of Jayton. So, confirmed tornado right now, heading towards 2008 Road. I believe Tornado Pagey is on this. Let's go to them. Yeah, it's hard to see anything because of it being nighttime. They might have a view right there in the middle. I think that's it right there in the middle. There's a large lowering there in the middle of your screen. You can kind of see it. It's very hard to see. This would be your confirmed tornado, though. Just east of Post, Texas. Can't see a clear tornado.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry. I need this for just a second, okay?
Okay. Ooh.
So right there in the middle is where the tornado would be. That's a large lowering. I cannot clearly see it. Can you guys see it? I can barely see this.
Can you still see?
Okay, yeah, that's the lowering. It's a little bit clearer on my end now. So again, reportedly there was a tornado in this just a moment ago. They have upgraded this to, again, to a confirmed tornado.
Oh, is that gonna jump? Is that gonna jump? Come on.
By the way, apparently the shirt comes in multiple colors now, if you guys were wondering. I don't know why, but it does. Somebody just send in the chat 1,000 shirts and I'll get the Supercell tattoo. That'd be so funny. There's no way that's happening, but that'd be hilarious. I'm not actively seeing a tornado here. There's a lowering in the middle of your screen that you can see. I cannot see a tornado. I'm not sure if Riley, if you've seen a report on this, but I have yet to see a tornado here. Again, velocities are not super tight bottom right of your screen. If we had one, it'd be just north of Verbena.
It's okay, I just keep getting your head.
So again, Tornado Pagey, who's also on YouTube. Not really clearly see anything anymore. Let's go back over to Brandon Kopic, who's on our northern tornado warning.
Oh, I'm late to the party.
Hey, Scott, Jordan switched over to TAC 2, just FYI.
He's not on there.
We go back to Tornado Pagey, I think. This is Brandon again on the northern storm, which
You there?
rotation's not as tight as before. Let's back over to Tornado Pagey. It's going to take a lightning strike for us to see this tornado, I think. But there's a tornado actively, again, reportedly at least, in progress near Verbena.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, you can see the wall cloud trying to form right there again. It has a little bit of rotation in it.
Thank you, Buster, for the super chat. I cannot see it. We're gonna go to this screen. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max, I was just going to say I have not seen a report of a tornado. Also, we have the shirt available in every size and color that Fourth Wall will let us.
Alrighty, great update. Thank you, Picasso, for the update. Let me see if I can get Tornado Pagey on here. I don't know which number they are. Okay, every chaser just went dark. Oh, Brandon has a lowering, it looks like, again. Go back to Brandon. It'll let me. Maybe that's a lowering, maybe not. That might just be Scud. This is the northern supercell. Again, back over near Roaring Springs.
Things looking awful suspicious.
It's suspicious, apparently, according to Brandon. Attempt here of trying to produce something again. Also, a new update from the Storm Prediction Center here. New mesoscale discussion. Supercells will continue with very large hail to giant hail, and a tornado threat may continue into the late evening before weakening. This is valid through about 10 to 10:30. So basically, our tornado threat should continue for another 2 hours, maybe a little bit less than that. And our hail threat should continue for the next few hours as well. We still have multiple supercells in the Texas Panhandle. We still have multiple as well back over in West Texas, just outside of Lubbock. So this is continuing to be a threat that is, again, still a little bit more significant as of right now, especially with our hail. Again, this supercell right now is producing 4-inch sized hail east-southeast of Lubbock, Texas. Once again, that is softballs that are raining out of the sky right now that is moving in the direction of the east side of Post and west of Jayton, Texas. So if you're in this area, please be in your safe place. Let's go back to Tornado Pagey. See if we can see anything. This is the confirmed tornado warning. We need lightning to see anything because it's nighttime. But there has been a reported tornado on this storm. We'll see if we can get a clearer visual here. By the way, for those that are wondering, we have now got over 400 shirts sold. I don't understand how that's possible. But if we sell another 100 shirts, I'll do the gritty at the end of the stream. So if you want to get a shirt, it's the top link in the description below. It's also pinned in the chat. The fact that that shirt has sold more than I think any other shirt we've ever sold is kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually... all the other great designs that we made. That one's selling the most.
We are on this tornado warned storm still. PDS cooked windshield.
Some scud there in the middle.
Sonya, you're so funny.
Or is that trees? That might be trees. That might be trees. I think that is trees. Okay. There is scud though on the right side. It looks like a little bit of a, maybe a mezzo.
Ooh.
I just hit full bars and I lost it.
I have good Verizon right now.
Mine's in and out.
This is like right.
Back over in North Texas, or not North Texas, but the Texas Panhandle. Back over west of Miami, we have actually a tight area of rotation developing right now, heading in the direction of Canadian. So this could get warned here in the next few minutes. That rotation's been ramping up. Actually, sorry, that's not going towards Canadian. That is moving east-south or southeast.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So if you're in this area, definitely be alert. We also have apple-sized hail falling out of the storm. If you've never watched a weather live stream before, you might be thinking, how in the world is hail that large? Well, it just is today. This is just a very prime environment for big hailstorms. We also have a new tornado warning. This is going to be further down to the south. This is going to include areas just south of Roaring Springs near Glen, Texas. If you are in this warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, get on the lowest floor possible, and get into an interior room of your home or building. Once again, this is another tornado warning. This storm's already produced 2 different large tornadoes today. And I wouldn't rule out another one. You just never know. Again, this environment has been, again, very favorable, at least so far today, when it comes to tornadoes. We've already had about, I don't know how many tornadoes we've had. I think we've had 9 or 10, though. So it's been a high number of tornadoes that we've had so far today. And I don't see that number really going, much higher today, but we could get maybe 1 or 2 more before the night is officially over. So definitely want to take every warning still very seriously with how strong our wind shear is. Riley, you can add whatever you want. I just don't know how you're going to put that into a collection. Hey, Kiwi for the super chat. Weather plus meme equals happiness. I guess so, man. I guess so. Hey, Ren for becoming a member. Are you guys going to sell boxers? We're not doing boxers. All right, let's go to Tornado Pagey again on the southern tornado warning. So one that was confirmed. Actually, just real quickly, this is the report that we have moments ago. This was as of 8:50, so about 10 minutes ago. A confirmed tornado about 11 miles to the west or south-southwest of White River Lake, Texas, in Garza County, which is a brief tornado that was confirmed. So at this point, at least a brief tornado has touched down. We might get a new one. Once again, this is Tornado Pagey, who is on this storm. Actually, looks like Matthew Capucci, who's one of the chasers on my radar that we have with us today, he's actually one of the people that saw that brief tornado, I believe. So,
Yeah.
shout out to Gwen with the $15 Venmo, and also thank you, Sharon, for the Venmo. Congrats on graduating. Hope you get a chance to celebrate your accomplishment and let it sink in. I hopefully will. Graduation day is coming up in about 2 weeks.
Hold on, you guys will get a in a second.
I don't even know when graduation is. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's about 2 weeks from now. So many different fruits falling out of the sky tonight. Yeah. Just once again, for a little bit of information. Again, this is your typical type hail, right? This is all typical stuff. Anywhere from about, a quarter of an inch up to about golf ball sized hail. This is all the hail that we've basically been seeing all day today. It's ranged anywhere from an Easter egg basically falling out of the sky all the way up to CDs and DVDs. Which, again, many of you might not know what a DVD is, but it's that thing that goes into a DVD player. Some old cars even still have these things. We've seen some giant hail. Again, the largest hailstone that we've seen today was 5.25 inches in diameter back over to the northwest of Matador, Texas. And we've even had some hailstones in the 4 to 5 inch range. Like in softball, the grapefruit-sized hail. We've had large apple baseballs falling out of the sky. It's basically a picnic out here. That's pretty much what it is. At this point, that's what it's become. Also, another tornado report about 40 minutes ago. This is just coming in, though, now. Potentially as wide as a quarter-of-a-mile tornado at its greatest intensity in Crosby County, which is south of Crosbyton. So we have another tornado report coming in there. And again, if you have not already seen, this was our huge hail that was reported. 5.25 inches in diameter near Flomont, Texas, which is measured with calipers. And I believe that was Adam Lucio who had that photo. I did retweet that on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX if you guys want to see that giant hail or massive hail and over 5-inch diameter hail. That's very, very, very rare. Also, back over north of Pampa, Texas, we are still dealing with a supercell that is trying to produce a tornado. Velocities are still strong enough to the point where I think a tornado warning would be deserving here. This storm's also producing apple-sized hail as this comes up on Miami in Texas. So if you're in Miami, Texas, get ready to go to your safe place for destructive hail and a potential tornado threat. It's back over to Tornado Pagey, who is in basically the hook echo of our confirmed tornado warning, southeast of Lubbock. Might get some strong inflow here in just a moment. We are now at 437 shirts sold. That's so unbelievable. How my finals go? They've gone well. I still have a couple more finals for the record, but they're all like online stuff, so. Huge shout out to Noah with a very generous super chat, finishing the story, and congrats on graduating. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. We're only about 10 days away from having a diploma, and again, being a bachelor's in meteorology. Also, back up in Oklahoma, we have an update on the storm in northwestern Oklahoma, east of Woodward. This one is trying to wrap up again near Waynoka. We got a hook gecko and a strong inflow going into the supercell near 281. So a new tornado might try to drop on this storm as it tracks to the east-southeast. It'll be going in the direction of Align and Cleo Springs. So if you are in this tornado warning, or not tornado warning, sorry. If you're in this severe thunderstorm warning, I would treat this, though, as if you are in a tornado warning, as this storm could produce a tornado at some point here pretty soon. It's at least producing some large hail. That's at least at the minimum as of right now. Back over to Tornado Pagey, which their audio, I think, is off. Let me go back over to Brandon Kopic. Oh, there we go. Brandon Kopic.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Actually, let's go over to Corey Gherkin. This is a live shot with Corey Gherkin. He's on the confirmed tornado warning. This is what it looks like right now. He has a pretty good view of this. He's in Post, Texas. You can see a lot of the lightning now, so we're getting a better view of this supercell that's actively... has at least produced a tornado. Thank you, Weathered, for the super chat. Congratulations on graduating. I appreciate that. Thank you, Renell, for becoming a member. Only still seeing black t-shirts on the website. If you click on the shirt, it should show you other color selections. They're like little circles. Actually, yeah, Riley, I don't think it updated. Something happened. For some reason it doesn't show all the colors.
I can't see crap.
Don't know why?
Yeah, I don't see anything in there. Do you guys see anything? No, I got nothing.
This is again Corey Gherkin on the southern tornado warning.
Ominous. I think I can see
This is again east of Post, Texas, where we've had a couple confirmed tornadoes. Corey Gherkin. We're just kind of waiting for some lightning here.
I finally
which there's been plenty of it, so we might see a tornado here. Again, it's nighttime, so it's gonna be harder to see.
There's a tornado in progress in there. Of course. Honestly, once we're done.
We are looking into the color thing, by the way, on the shirts. Thank you, Holly, for the super chat. Thank you, Zachary, for the super chat. Appreciate that.
You guys seeing anything up there?
Is Dallas good for tonight? Let me real quickly go through the future radar. We'll keep Corey bottom right of your screen in case we do actually see something there. Let's go through the future radar just real quickly and give you an idea what's the timing's looking like for tonight. So this is what it looks like right now. Again, we got a bunch of storms across the board. We literally have scattered showers and thunderstorms everywhere. They're just, again, in very different spots because of all the mesoscale features that we have. Anywhere from the Texas Panhandle all the way back up into Iowa and Nebraska. By around 10 o'clock tonight, our severe weather threat will continue to track to the east, and storms will continue to produce very large hail and a low tornado risk in Texas, and then a cluster of storms will form back up in Oklahoma. This is a key thing to watch for overnight tonight. We could see a more intense line of thunderstorms move towards the Oklahoma City area as we go into overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning, and then by late tomorrow morning into the afternoon, we'll have probably a falling apart line of thunderstorms moving through the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and then eventually by tomorrow afternoon and evening, we're going to see something similar to what we saw today. Not nearly as significant, I think, as today, but there could be more damaging winds, more hail, and even maybe a tornado
new tornado warning has been issued.
So be ready for that tomorrow. We have a brand new tornado warning. This is going to be for Roberts County in Texas. This is going to be up near Pampa in Miami. So if you're in this tornado warning, seek shelter. A strong area of rotation, possibly a tornado actually right now heading towards Miami. So if you're in the Miami area, get ready to go to your safe place. If you're on the northwest side of town, you should be there. Likely tornado currently heading towards Miami. All right, let's go back to Corey here. This is on a confirmed tornado near Post, Texas. Just kind of waiting to see if we get enough lightning here to see anything. Maybe storm chaser up here.
I think it might be putting the fries in the bag.
Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, there are multiple storm chasers confirming a tornado on the ground going directly towards Miami. It looks like a very strong cone tornado. I'm working on finding someone that we can hopefully show, but I'll let you know if I have an update on that.
We're only
the update.
220 likes away from 6,000 again. Can we get...
What was going on with the audio? Okay, apparently there is possibly a large tornado heading towards Miami right now. We have a chaser here. I got to figure out how to pull him up here. Let me figure that out real quick. There is a chaser on this.
Channel 2.
Give me 1 second, guys. We do have a chaser that is on this. This is a confirmed tornado right now. Heading towards Miami, Texas. Let's go to this button. And we'll also show you the photo because we do have a photo of this. That is not it. Okay, I did not fix it.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
What the heck happened?
Is that the northern one?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here we go. Alright, PA Storm Trackers is on this. They just had a large tornado. We're going to show you a photo in a second. A large tornado, though, going directly towards Miami. We got a lightning strike. We'll probably see it again. I'm going to put them bottom... I don't... In fact, I can put them on the bottom. I'm going to keep it here for a second. They do have a large tornado, though. This is just moments ago. That is the large tornado that they just had. So this is a sizable tornado right now that is going towards Miami. This is a cone heading towards Miami, Texas. This warning will probably be upgraded in a moment, if I had to guess. It's kind of sketchy because they can't even really see anything right now. The tornado is going to be coming right into town over the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go back to here. Again, just to show you guys, I'm going to show it for a few more seconds here. But this was the confirmed tornado. This is what we have actively happening right now near Miami, Texas. This is, again, from PA Storm Trackers. They have a large cone tornado that is currently in progress that is heading into the town of Miami here in the next few minutes. So if you're in Miami, you've got to be in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. Again, it's nighttime. It's hard to see this stuff.
I only get it when I get that backlight.
This is, again, 100% a tornado. If we get lightning on the back side of this storm, we'll be able to see it much clearer. This is a large cone currently. By the way, not relevant, but the colors are working now on the site. I don't see anything actively. It's hard to tell, though. There's probably a tornado back there. We just don't have a good view of it. Velocities are still very strong on radar. We don't have a debris signature clearly, but... Again, Miami's a slightly more populated town. You're in the northeastern Texas Panhandle. Okay, heads up, by the way, if anybody's in this area, for whatever reason, if anybody watching the streams in this area, northwest of Matador, Texas, there's a storm chaser by the name of Mezzo Hunter. We've had him on our streams before, that is currently stuck in a ditch on County Road 261 north of Texas 97. So if you're in that area and you can help at all, definitely would be appreciated if you can try to help them out. I don't have any direct contact with them, but they are, at least that's the report that I'm getting as of a few minutes ago. So
That's the one we're looking at right now.
Once again, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering why we're looking at really dark skies, well, it's nighttime. But again, this is a large tornado that has been happening in the last few minutes near Miami, Texas. And again, Miami's in the direct path. Miami's a little bit more populated here in the Texas Panhandle. So if you are in this area, you got to be in your safe place. Again, a cone tornado is currently in progress. Once again, this is PA Storm Trackers, who's had sighting of this tornado here in just the last few minutes. It is a cone, and that's going to be heading right towards Miami. We don't exactly know if it is still on the ground, but the velocities are still very strong, and it's pretty likely that we still have one right now. That's going to be heading into town. It's traveling right along 283 Road. And again, Miami, it's not a city or anything. It's a town, but it is an area that, you know, there are people living there. So hopefully if you're in that warning, you are heeding the warning, as that is actively producing a tornado. Also, we have a big hailstorm right now in southeastern Colorado. A little bit of rotation on that. We'll keep an eye on that near Kit Carson. We still actively have other tornado warnings back over to the east of Lubbock. The one near Roaring Springs has been falling apart. I don't think that's going to continue as a tornado warning. The southern one might produce another big tornado if this thing's able to wrap up again. The velocities are pretty strong right now. Very strong winds going away from the radar and towards the radar. So a new tornado could form on this as that tracks down to the southeast. Going back over to PA Storm Trackers, who's had a view of a cone tornado in the last few minutes near Miami. And again, velocities are still very tight. I do think we still have a tornado here. We just need lightning on in the background to be able to see if this is still in progress. It's not clear yet.
Yes, welcome in, everybody. We just had a tornado on the ground right in front of us. Large cone, very large cone. It might be recycling. We're gonna try to get a little bit east. It's coming right at us.
We didn't see it, but that's because it's dark.
Yep.
What's this person? Oh, did you talk to him?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, was he nice?
We'll let him go. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was late to the game. He's like, I'm 30 minutes late to the game. He's like, I just go.
All right. Let me try to see if I can put them on the screen somehow. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max. Jordan Hall is yelling that he has a large tornado in progress.
Okay, Jordan Hall has a large tornado in progress. Let me try to get him on screen. Jordan Hall apparently has a large tornado. This will be back down in Texas, east of Post. If I can somehow get the screen on here. All right. Jordan's on now. In slightly low signal. So this will be on the storm near Post, Texas. This is going to be southeast of Lubbock. And currently not seeing anything, but his signal's really low. I don't even hear his audio. Okay. Let me go back to here. Riley, go ahead.
Yeah, Max. So I know we can't see it on any of the chaser feeds. I'm monitoring all 7 of them right now. However, there is now 2 and actually just a 3rd chaser confirming there's a large stovepipe tornado on the ground.
Thank you for the update. I don't know if Corey has a view. Corey's on this too. Let me see if Corey has this. I'm going to try to go back to Jordan, who is in low signal. I'm going to go to Corey. So reportedly a large stovepipe tornado right now, east of Post, Texas. Velocities are really strong. Corey's right on this as well in Post. It's been reported by multiple storm chasers on the southern storm. So we actively have 2 different tornadoes. We got one near Miami, Texas, which is in the northern Texas Panhandle. We got this one here. By the way, Mezzo Hunter, who is stuck in a ditch right now, he has been there for an hour. Also, this is reportedly turning into a wedge tornado, according to chasers. Corey is again looking at this. This is, again, reportedly turning into a wedge, which we had a wedge to start today's stream. And there might be a new one right now, here near Verbena. And you can actually see, look at the debris signature right here, northeast of Verbena on the bottom right of your screen. That is a tornado right there. That would be your large tornado. So this is, again, a large tornado in progress east of Lubbock. It's going to be right over Verbena. It's going to be trying to go towards 380. Jordan Hall and many other chasers have been reporting this. Jordan Hall has no signal, though, so we don't have a clear view. Does Tornado Page, you have this, Riley, or do you know? Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on their feed. Yeah, this looks pretty large. I can see a very small edge of it on Tornado Pagey's stream. Briefly. They're in the inflow. Riley has an update. Wait 1 second. All right, go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, it sounds like it's a multi-vortex tornado. I think it's just sort of off to the side of the road. There's only one road in the area, so it's hard for our chasers to drive and point the camera at it at the same time. Nonetheless, this warning has to be taken very, very seriously.
Yeah, this is the latest radar scan. This tornado is growing in size. Latest radar scans. Sizable tornado currently in progress. And again, this is currently coming up. It's right over Verbena. We got a significant debris signature right now. Velocities are very strong. This is reportedly a wedge again that is currently in progress. That's, again, just around Verbena. And off to the east of Post, Texas, again, southeast of Lubbock. If you are in this tornado warning, you've got to take this very seriously. This is, again, a significant tornado that is in progress, and it is almost fully rain-wrapped right now. This is back to Corey Gherkin. I'm going to try to get Tornado Pagey on here, because they also might have a view of this.
Yeah, somebody just reported a cone. I think that's what I'm seeing.
Okay, I'm going to stay on Corey. Apparently he says he might see this. Oh, right there in the middle. That might be it. It's hard to tell. That might be a rain shaft, but that could also be the tornado, the edge of it. It might be a bit more rain-wrapped right now because he's on the south side of it. The tornado's going to be rain-wrapped. It's going to be like right in here. You'd have to look at it from the southwest. You got a big debris signature for sure, though. Right over the north side of Urbana in Texas. A little bit smaller now, so it might... Yeah, I think that's it right there in the middle.
Is that a wedge?
It's hard to tell. It's at least at the bare minimum, it's the leading edge of a rain shaft. If we have a tornado, it's probably rain wrapped right now.
I see it right at. I can't tell. I swear that's a wedge.
By the way, this storm's not just producing a potential wedge tornado.
That is a wedge.
If that's it, it is a large tornado, but I cannot definitively say that right there in the middle is a tornado. If this is a tornado, obviously that's going to be producing damage, but we also have softball.
Sure that was a wedge.
We also have softball-sized hail falling with this storm. So it's a double-edged sword right now with our severe weather threat here, east of Lubbock, again near Verbena.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
They have upgraded this warning to observed, so it is now a confirmed tornado near Verbena. Our tornado's gonna be over the northeast side of Urbana, very slowly drifting east towards 1081 and 380, which are two different roadways.
Channel 3.
Where'd that work?
Hey, is this thing a wedge?
Yeah, it's to the left of the road, on and left of the road.
Alright, copy. I got a view of it. I'm south of you guys, but I couldn't tell if it was just a big rain shaft or wedge. It's looking like a wedge for me.
It is. It's going to a multi-vortex now.
It's being reported as a multi-vortex tornado. So this is still actively a large tornado east of Post. Velocities are a little bit broader on the last scan, so there's a chance it might be occluding, but this is still significant. We're gonna put Corey bottom. Jordan's also on this. I'm gonna put Corey bottom left. Let's go over to the north real quick. The tornado warning for Roaring Springs has been canceled. The one back over in Miami is a confirmed tornado warning, and they've reissued a new warning for the town of Miami, Texas. So this is a confirmed tornado that's going to be heading right into the town near Highway 60, and it's going to be moving in the direction of 83 and 152. So if you're in this area, you need to be in your safe place. This is also a confirmed tornado. I do want to point out that if we go back over to... let me see. Okay, I see another view. So the tornado again near the tornado back down near Post, Texas. That one's a cone tornado from what we're seeing in the last couple minutes from a different chaser. This is once again what we just saw a moment ago back over near Miami, Texas. This is once again PA storm trackers with a large cone tornado just within the last 10 minutes back over on the northwest side of Miami. And this is what's going to be moving into town over the next few minutes. So if you are in Miami, Texas, you need to be in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. This is a dangerous tornado that is going to be moving into town over the next few minutes, assuming that it is still on the ground, which we do think it is. This is back over to Corey Gherkin on the Post tornado warning. He's not far from where this tornado is. And also, this storm might be trying to reform a new tornado. If you look bottom right here, actually, I'm going to go back full cam here. If you look at the storm right now, this is where our initial tornado happened. It was actually in our initial supercell. Look at what's happening, though. We got like a new cell forming here, and this could be actually trying to drop a new tornado. It's very strange to see stuff like this. Again, this is Texas every April and May, basically. But our initial tornado was a large tornado just north of 380, right over Verbena. And that is now occluded off to the northwest. And it looks like we have a new tornado trying to form now, which is not far from where Corey Gherkin is. So, yeah, this thing is going to try to produce, it looks like, another tornado.
It's into my eyes forever.
Tornado Pagey's near this. Let's see if they have anything here. They're right near that hook. Lightning has been not super helpful to be able to confirm tornadoes here, but it's just enough, I think. We got a strike behind the tornado. This is moments ago. This is from Matthew Capucci. This is a large stovepipe tornado moments ago from Matthew Capucci. Also with my radar meteorologist. That is a large stovepipe that just happened moments ago. This back over near Post, Texas. So that is your tornado. Big fat wedge. Or not wedge, but a big fat stovepipe, I should say. It might have been a wedge at one point, but that is a big tornado. Then again, that was this one right here near Verbena, which may have now occluded. The tornado itself developed and actually moved back to the northwest, basically a drunknado, and we may have a new tornado trying to form now near 380. That'll be moving in the direction of Jayton, Texas. Let's go back over to Corey Gherkin. Keeping a close eye.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Corey Gherkin's getting a lot of lightning. He's kind of looking into that area where that initial tornado happened. While all this is happening, we have a brand new tornado warning in Oklahoma. So, brand new tornado warning in Oklahoma. This is near Fort Supply, Woodward, and May in northwest Oklahoma. So if you're in this tornado warning, you got to seek shelter, get away from windows, lowest floor possible, and get to an interior room of your home or building. This storm currently tracking to the southeast towards Woodward, and this thing might try to play in a tornado too. This is an environment where we've already seen a few tornadoes, and we could get another one with this as it continues to track to the southeast. Moving southeast at about 20 miles per hour for Harper, Ellis, and Woodward counties. Update on our Miami tornado warning, which is in the northeastern Texas panhandle. This is a very strong area of rotation once again, tracking right into the town of Miami. So we again had a cone tornado with this within the last 15 minutes. It could still be on the ground, and it's going to be heading right into town near Highway 60. So you need to be in your safe place if you're in this warning. This is a very dangerous tornado moving into a town here in northeast Texas, or northeastern Texas panhandle. And then this is east of Lubbock right now. This is our latest radar scan. Still about 4 minutes old. We should get a new scan here in a second. This is back to Corey Gherkin. Might have something back there in the middle. Looks like kind of a wall cloud. I think our initial tornado occluded, and I think we have a new one forming to the east of that initial tornado.
Yeah, you freaked me out. I'm looking west, like, where is it?
Yeah, that was probably my fault. Sorry about that. There might be something hanging there. Yeah, it's been there for a few minutes now.
Okay, Corey has a tornado, I believe. Yeah, Corey has a tornado, it looks like. Yeah, Corey has it.
Oh, cone tornado, tornado.
Corey has a tornado. So that's a tornado that has just dropped in the middle of your screen. This is near Highway 380, east of Post. Tornado left side of your screen. You can kind of see it. It's a cone. So this is a tornado in progress, east of Post, Texas. So again, a tornado that is now in progress. We can clearly see it. Corey has gotten a lot of lightning.
It's lifting north, but it's still there.
We could have twin tornadoes. We could have one near 380 and we could have one near 2008 Road. There could be two different tornadoes here. The one that Corey's looking at is the one that's near 2008 Road near Verbena. Again, tornado in progress here. There could be twin tornadoes on this storm. Looks like a little noodle coming down from the sky. Riley has an update. Go ahead.
Hey, Max. So funny enough, obviously I made that terrible drawing, but that is the exact situation that we have going on here right now. So our couplet to the south and the southern southern portion of this tornado warning is actually a storm that went up into the forward flank of our existing storm. So because of that, I think it pushed the old rotation down to the bottom, and it's now causing there to be a second tornado. So hopefully one of these rotations should die out, most likely the one to the south, but unfortunately I do think one's going to persist after we see a proper cell merger complete.
Thank you, Riley, for the update. Back to Corey. Corey again has a tornado in progress here.
To the north where he just left, there's a big tornado back in there.
Reporting a big tornado. You can see it right there. That's right beyond the tree line. Looks...
Yeah, it's big.
Looks like a lowering. I don't see a clear tornado right now. I don't agree with the Wedge comment, but I do think there's at least a large lowering here. We did have a cone once again, or at least a small cone not long ago, like within the last 3 minutes.
Huge lowering to my north here on this highway. Yeah, it looks like he's going to do it again to the east. Oh my gosh. And the other tornado, it's still going. It's still going.
Look at that huge bull lowering right there.
Looks like the tornado we saw in the first tornado of the day.
Yeah, there are two separate couplets on radar.
And once again, we probably have twin tornadoes happening or have happened here in the last few minutes.
Copy that. Yeah, there's a big wall cloud, and the tornado is still going on while the wall cloud in the background.
This is...
might have a monster due north of us.
This is Tornado Pagey, who might have a large tornado on the other couplet. This one's back over near 380. Jordan's been talking about that too. We've gotten some lightning flashes here. I just saw a decent look at this storm a moment ago. I'm not sure if we're gonna get it again. But I believe we have a new tornado again on the other couplet, which the velocity should update at any second here on the bottom right of your screen. But we have, again, two different couplets. The northern one was the one that Corey is on.
Oh, really? Did Reed lose his windshield?
Don't clearly see it. They're on that other couplet, though. It's back to Corey with the large bowl lowering. I actually think he might be coming up on the... Okay, so he's looking east now. This is the other couplet. So my apologies. I think the other tornado might be from the other thing. This couplet is what he's looking at right now. He's looking due east at this hook.
Stuff is back here is occluding, and I want to get close to that wall cloud that's to the east of us.
That northern couplet is occluding. Also, quick update, if you're in Miami, Texas, again, you got to be in your safe place. If we have a tornado, it's moving into town over the next couple minutes. So seek shelter if you're in Miami, Texas. That is, again, in the northern Texas Panhandle.
Alright, heading eastbound with a large wall cloud at my 10 o'clock.
This is a massive wall cloud. Very raggedy.
Looks like this might be the last hurrah for this thing.
Velocities are pretty strong again north of Highway 380 here, east of Post, Texas.
That merger was a huge help.
Dude, these windshield wipers. Sounds like Corey is snoring. These windshield wipers, they need a little help.
I'm gonna go a little back north up that one road.
Nah, I'm never gonna stop thinking about it now. Now it's in my head. These wipers have got to go. Oh man. Alright, I can't keep listening to the wipers. Alright, let's go back to the other tornado warnings. Back over to the west of Woodward in Oklahoma. We still have an active tornado warning near Fort Supply and near Woodward. Velocities on this have not been overly impressive over the last few minutes, but if we have a tornado, it would be coming up on the southwest side of Fort Supply heading towards Woodward. So if you are in Woodward in Oklahoma, you got to be in your safe place, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. The other storms that we have that are off to the north of Canton and Hennessy, these are mainly damaging wind producers that are tracking down to the southeast. So I'm not as concerned about these in terms of our tornado risk, but we are still watching for some damaging winds and perhaps even a little bit of large hail. The storm near Miami, Texas, this one's had a little bit of issues on radar because there is at least some range folding, but we still have a very tight couplet right now, and PA Storm Tracker's bottom right of your screen is in Miami, Miami, Texas, excuse me, right now. And we likely have a tornado that's going to be moving right into town over the next few minutes. It is hard to tell if this is definitely a tornado since we do have some hail contamination on this, but we could have a tornado again near Highway 283 moving into town and then eventually tracking towards Mobeetie. So if you're in Mobeetie, get ready as this storm will be tracking down towards you, actively producing a likely tornado still in addition to apple-sized hail. So you need to be away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. Our other storm near 2008 Road, the velocities on this one, the other couplet's been weaker. The other one's still stronger. So we still at least have some rotation, especially on our northern couplet near 2008 Road. We'll go back over to Corey, who's on this storm. Still have a lowering. Not as organized, but there's still lowering here. By the way, shout out to Chaz with the Venmo donation. Thank you, Sydney, for the PayPal donation.
Nah, she looks ragged now.
Go back up to Miami again. I mean, Miami still has really strong rotation. We need to keep a close eye on PA Storm Trackers here. They're in this area. Let's go back to Corey. I'm going to go back and see if I can PA Storm Trackers on here on the Miami one. The Miami one's again on the ground from what we've seen and heard. It could still be in progress right now as it moves into Miami. This is back over to PA Storm Trackers.
Back that way.
No.
They're in Miami. They're literally in the town. So if we have a tornado, they'll probably see it. We haven't had like any lightning recently, which makes this a very sketchy situation. They're in the downtown area, and the tornado will be entering into town here over the next 2 minutes if we still have one, which, again, the velocity couplet on radar is still very tight and strong.
Head southeast on Farm to Market Road 748, South Main Street.
Uh-oh.
That was a baseball.
No, it was not a baseball. Not quite that big.
Sounded like it.
No, but those are big hail balls.
Yep, and he's okay.
Oh my
golly.
We got gold.
Those are big.
I do have a copy. We're trying to outrun some hail now. What's up?
So it looks like PA Storm Trackers is at least getting some hail.
Big hail. Our golf ball's coming down now.
It is eerily quiet right now, aside from the hail and the car driving.
We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're doing okay. Again, I want to apologize to Grandma for yelling. That was a very stressful, dangerous situation we just got in. That train was not on my bingo card.
PA Storm Trackers is with his grandma. And again, if you look at the tornado that we had on the storm, you would probably figure why. Again, it was a big cone tornado for PA Storm Trackers not long ago. This is the one near Miami. And this was approximately about 30 minutes ago now, so this was a little while ago, but this is possibly what we have right now moving into Miami. We don't exactly know if this tornado is moving into Miami right now, but there's a pretty high likelihood that we at least have a lowering, if not a tornado.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That is moving into Miami. But again, if you're in Miami, you got to be in your safe place, away from windows, and on the lowest floor possible. They have issued a new tornado warning for Hemp Hill and Roberts counties in Texas, and I'm pretty sure it's this warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Right, we got 2 new warnings. Brand new tornado warning for Miami, Texas. So this will be for those, again, in Miami, just east of Highway 60. If you are in this warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, lowest floor possible, and get to an interior room of your home or building. Again, this right now is moving to the east-southeast. Our other tornado warnings on our other supercell, east of Lubbock. This is no longer, the new warning's not observed, but it is radar indicated. Area of broad rotation right now near 2008 Road. It is, again, basically a drunk area of rotation that is currently tracking to the north. It could literally go any direction, though. So if you're in this area, be in your safe place. We actively have 6 tornado warnings, 3 of which are the Miami tornado warning. We have 2 back over east of Lubbock, and then we have 1 near Woodward in Oklahoma, which the one in Woodward, in my opinion, the rotation's been somewhat broad on this, but it could still produce a tornado. It's in a bit of a radar hole. So if you're anywhere around Woodward and you're in the warning, definitely be in your safe place just in case. Let's go back over to Corey Gherkin. I think he might have a lowering again. So Corey Gherkin's on the storm east of Post, Texas. Any updates on Mezzo Hunter? PGA, let me know if there's any updates on him, or a moderator. By the way, not related to anything that we're talking about here, but all of the t-shirt colors are now available on shopmaxvelocity.net. We also have hoodies and stickers, apparently, for that drop. So just heads up. Huge shout out to Lady with the super chat. Congratulations on becoming a meteorologist and happy graduation. Cheers from Northern Canada. P.S. I'm old enough to remember floppy disks. We did have DVD-sized hail earlier. Once again, if you guys have not already heard, we did have DVD-sized hail earlier. And that was pretty crazy. Also, Mezzo Hunter is still in the ditch.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
All right, we do have a new confirmed tornado warning. This tornado near Hemp Hill has been observed again. So we have a tornado that has just going through the town of Miami, Texas right now, and is going to be crossing into a rural area after Miami, and then eventually going towards Wheeler and Mobeetie. So again, confirmed tornado right now, tracking to the southeast. This is observed via weather spotters, I believe. Let me double check. Broadcast media is confirming this tornado. So again, active tornado in progress, heading towards 3367 Road, south of Laura and outside of Miami. And that'll be tracking again towards Mobeetie and Wheeler. So that is broadcast media confirmed. That tornado, in my opinion, I think is right in the town of Miami right now. So it's likely right over the north side of town, and it's probably hitting this town right now as we speak. Once again, this is Corey on the other storm. I'm going to stay on Corey here for a moment. We're going to go to PA Storm Trackers if we get an update on them. Yeah, we actively still have a cone tornado in progress in Miami. I'm seeing I don't know who this chaser is. Oh, it's a news chaser. Okay, so there is a chaser confirming in Miami, Texas. Still there being a tornado in progress. We go back to PA Storm Trackers. I'm gonna see if they can see anything here.
It might be. All right, we're gonna look for a road on the left. We're gonna look for a road on the left. Maybe pull.
Okay, they're positioning. We're gonna go back to them in a second. We're gonna go back to Corey, who's on the tornado warning in Texas.
Yep. But it was also fun hanging out with the boys.
Thank you, lady, for becoming a member.
Gotta enjoy that chill time, you know.
So unfortunately right now, I do think Miami, Texas is taking a direct hit from a tornado. Miami, Texas, home to about 539 people. And they have the Crossroads Market in Delhi, the Turkey Crossing RV Park, the Red Deer Park, the City of Miami City Barn, and they also have a Roberts County Museum, and also the First Baptist Church and Chief Automotive that is in downtown Miami, which is likely just taken a direct hit from this tornado. Additionally, the Roberts County swimming pool has likely just been hit. There's also the Miami ISD, which is a school that is on the southeast side of town, including Warrior Field, which is their, their field for sports and stuff. Might be getting hit by this tornado over the next few minutes. Once again, this is a confirmed tornado via broadcast media. We've had views of this as well in the past. This has been possibly a long track tornado from our knowledge. And unfortunately, this tornado is going right by the Miami ISD school right now. So, this will eventually go towards Wheeler and as well as Mobidi. Hey, Fudge, appreciate that. Let's go back over east of Lubbock, and let's check out the storm again. So this storm, in terms of the rotation, has definitely weakened on the northern side. Not seeing as much there. We do have a new broad area of rotation trying to form on our backside of the supercell near 2008 Road. So we could still see a tornado try to come out of this again. The storm's still actively producing baseball-sized hail east of Lubbock, so continue to stay away from windows as this storm kind of meanders here around this area over the next few minutes. It is a large stovepipe right now near Miami. We're getting more reports that there is a large stovepipe tornado in progress in Miami. By the way, Corey is showing a tornado he had earlier. I'll just show you guys real quick. This is a tornado before we went live. Corey, this is, again, way earlier, not live, but this is earlier. We had a tornado on the ground. This is back over to the west of Matador, and so that was a little tornado that we had earlier today that's no longer in progress, but just figured I'd point that out. That was one that we had before we went live. Once Corey doesn't have that on the screen, we'll go back to him. I'm just gonna keep it off for now. Latest couple of scans are showing the velocities to be at least a little bit weaker. There's a chance that this is becoming a little bit more outflow dominant. If that happens, our tornado potential would definitely go down on this, but we've definitely had a tornado just over the last few minutes here in the town of Miami, Texas. And again, we don't have any updates right now in terms of damage, as it literally is just going through right now, but yeah. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, so I was just taking a look at the 3D radar scan for this storm, as I do for almost every storm, and it's actually one of the more pretty presentations I've seen, as in we can actually like see the backhand portion of the storm. So this is like your rotating mesocyclone. You can see it moving up with height within the storm. So that's something really cool to note near Miami.
Thank you, Riley, for the update. I got you. Yeah, I'm back.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have a new tornado warning. This will be for Hutchinson and Hansford counties in Texas. This is all, wow, this is back up to the north. So this is going to be all the way back up into the northern Texas Panhandle, west and southwest of Spearman. So if you're in this tornado warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, lowest floor possible, and get to an interior room of your home or building. This is currently tracking to the east-southeast and will be heading towards Highway 207. So Highway 207, you are in the path right now of a potential tornado just south of Spearman and north of Stinnett. All right, this is our scan from 10 minutes ago. Let me go back to live now. So this is our live radar right now near Miami where we've had a confirmed tornado. And I'm going to be honest, I do think that this is probably occluded. We don't have anything officially saying that, but the velocities at this point have at least broadened out quite a bit near Miami. So I don't think this is on the ground anymore. It's a bit more outflow driven by the looks of it on radar. So let's hope that trend does continue. Can't for sure say that yet, but definitely at least looks a little bit better than it did before. Southern tornado warning looks pretty messy. I don't think this one's gonna, go for much longer. I think this one's kind of falling apart. It's still gonna produce hail, maybe a brief tornado before it's all said and done, but definitely not as much of a threat as we've had in the past. We still have a tornado warning near Woodward, Oklahoma. This is our latest scan, and we've begun to see at least a little bit more rotation here, just south of Fort Supply near Fargo, and it's gonna be coming up on Woodward. So if you're in Woodward, Oklahoma, again, this is now your time to be in your safe place. Additionally, we're not just talking about a tornado, but golf ball sized hail is coming towards your area over the next few minutes. Additionally, near Fairview, Oklahoma, we got a significant line of storms currently moving through, heading towards Fairview and Canton. So that's going to continue over the next few minutes. And I'm not sure if they're going to issue a new tornado warning. They probably will as a precaution. But if they do issue a new tornado warning, get ready in Mobeetie to go to your safe place and perhaps even Wheeler. So we will likely get a new tornado warning here in a moment near Mobeetie and as well as Wheeler here in the Texas Panhandle. And again, PA Storm Tracker's bottom right of your screen is inside of this tornado warning as of right now. All right, completely off topic, but I do want to give you guys a heads up. A lot of you guys were asking, since we have a quick break in the action on radar, the Supercell merch, which again, I don't know why we even have this, but if you guys want to pick up Riley's Picasso drawing here of the Supercell drawing, it's at shopmaxvelocity.net, top link in the description. There's now hoodies, and there's also stickers now, because people are asking. So, yay. And apparently, just for those that are wondering, we've now sold 495 shirts, so if we sell 5 more, I will do a gritty at the end of stream. So, and I don't know how we sold 495 in one stream. That is bananas. This is about to be our most sold item of all time, by the way, and that is kind of sad. I'm going to be honest. Goes to show how bad our other stuff is. Thank you, Lake, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Lake. Appreciate that a lot. W's in the chat for Lake with a generous super chat. All right, we should get a new tornado warning on this storm here in a moment near Miami. We head towards Mobeetie. Where's the link? It is the top link in the description. It's also pinned in the chat, and it is also shopmaxvelocity.net if you want to look it up. Max, do you like the Patriots pick in the draft? Yeah, breaking news. That was terrible. The worst thing I've ever seen. I saw it, and I didn't see it, but I at least got the information, and yeah, that sounds terrible. This is from a storm chaser. What's his full name, Riley? Is that Nick Gorman? It is? Okay. This is from Nick Gorman, back over in... this is from 5-inch sized hail. This was DVD sized hail that hit his window. Back over near Matador, Texas. This is where we had 5.25-inch sized hail. That is unbelievable. That is a 5-inch sized hailstone. Again, this is DVD sized hail that hit the side of his window.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Okay, well, I stand corrected. We have a new confirmed tornado. Back over east of Post. This warning just got upgraded again. So for Crosby, Garza, Kent, and Dickens County, we now again have a new tornado in progress on this storm.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So, again, the rotation strongest near 2008 Road. Again, back up to an observed tornado. This is according to weather spotters. So, a new confirmed tornado which I'm going to be honest, I don't even know where it could be. It might be there. The velocities are much weaker than before, so maybe a brief little tiny tornado possibly. But nonetheless, seek shelter east of Post and west of Jayton, Texas. We also have a new tornado warning for the Woodward area of Oklahoma. This is going to be west of Woodward, including Sharon and as well as northwest of VC. So seek shelter if you're in this warning. This is heading down to the southeast, going towards Camargo. So if you're in the Camargo area, be vigilant. This is still about an hour away from you, but again, brand new tornado warning here in western Oklahoma. Thank you so much, Interrogation, for the super chat. Congratulations on your new degree. Well deserved. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Does Tornado Pagey have this tornado? Let me look. It's PA Storm Trackers. Let me get Tornado Pagey back on here. Tornado Pagey's near the rotation, so I'm going to check. Oh, never mind. They're not live anymore. Just kidding. LOL. This is near Miami, this is, again, PA Storm Trackers. Can't really see much right now. I know Corey's in this area. I know Brandon's in this area, but I think they're filling up on gas right now on the new confirmed tornado warning. They have issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for the Mobeetie area. That is going to be for tennis ball-sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and there is also a tornado possible label on this. And they just updated the warning moments ago for the one in Crosby County. It's still observed. So that warning this is still a confirmed tornado east of Lubbock. Which again, I would have to assume it's going to be near Verbena. Probably a small little tornado if I had to guess. But if you're in the warning, obviously stay in your safe place. Crazy enough, guys, we have officially hit 500 of the Supercell drawing shirts being sold. We've also sold a bunch of stickers and hoodies. I don't even understand. You guys are crazy. Is Riley getting royalties from his artwork? We do have something in place. Yes, we do have something in place. I will gritty at the end of the stream. Make sure to remind me. That'll be a little bit, though, from now. We still got a lot of stuff happening. We still have 5 tornado warnings. 15 severe thunderstorm warnings, and it's 9:56 p.m. Still got a bunch in Kansas. We still got some in Colorado. Also, if we have a tornado west of Woodward, Oklahoma, it would be approaching Highway 15 right now. So if you're in this warning, again, be in your safe place. If you're traveling along Highway 15, avoid this area if you can, between Woodward and as well as Fargo. This is, again, going towards Sharon over the next 15 to 20 minutes. I do think the tornado warning for Miami is going to be allowed to expire since they did issue a new severe thunderstorm warning for tennis ball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So that is good news. I mean, there's still destructive hail, but at least the tornado threat is a little bit lower since it's outflow dominant. And then our storm back off to the north of Amarillo near 520 and 136 Road west of Spearman. This rotation is still strong enough to produce a tornado as it comes up on 207. So if you are near 207, be ready for this. And potential tornado threat right now heading towards your area over the next few minutes. Max is threatened by the shirts. Absolutely. All right, we are back down to 4 tornado warnings. They have canceled the one for Miami. So the Miami tornado warning has now been canceled. Look, Miami looks like it dodged the tornado. It might have occluded right before town, or it might have occluded on the north side of town. It's hard to tell because the radar site isn't super close to it, but that's kind of what it looked like on radar. Thank you, Michelle, for the super chat. Congrats on your degree. I'm so glad for your live and coverage for so many storms. I appreciate that, and thank you for the super chat. In case you're just tuning in and have no clue what any of us are talking about, again, I am officially graduating with or not officially, but most likely officially, graduating with a bachelor's degree in meteorology here in about 10 days or so. I don't know if it's 10 days, but it's within the next couple weeks. So pretty excited about that. But officially should officially be a meteorologist here very soon. Is Meso Hunter getting help? Does anybody know if Meso Hunter is getting any help right now? Meso Hunter is stuck in a ditch as of at least 20 or 30 minutes ago. Let's go back over to Corey. He's coming up on that confirmed tornado warning. Let's go to Corey Gherkin. This is Corey Gherkin.
Channel 4.
Near the observed tornado warning, which, again, this is observed by weather spotters recently. Storm's definitely falling apart, but if there's anything left, actually, you can see how low the clouds are right there. Definitely have a large lowering there. Again, this is near Verbena. Thank you, Aaron, for the super chat. Thank you for all you do, Max. Has there been any anticyclonic tornadoes today? Not from what I've seen. But there might have been one, honestly. With today's environment, it's not impossible.
Yeah, she's definitely hooking. What the heck?
Hey, Shadow, for becoming a member. I never filled up my water. I got my water jug and I never filled it up. Stronger rotation in Woodward. We'll go back to it here in a second.
Channel 1.
Alright, so you say tomorrow looks like southwest of Amarillo again?
Yeah, it does.
No, shut up.
The most recent tornado here east of Post on this storm that we're looking at right now, that one was on the ground for a couple minutes by the sounds of it.
Jersey has a fat supercell on, not tomorrow, but the next day in New Mexico.
Oh, I'll show you something, BC.
Yeah, I just noticed eastern New Mexico, north of 40, like north of Chico Canyon.
Hey, guys, if you can, go to my Twitter page. If you have Twitter, at MaxVelocityWX, go to my Twitter page. There is still a storm chaser that is stuck in a ditch. If you have any people that you might know in Texas, go retweet the thing I just tweeted on Twitter. Mezzo Hunter, who has storm chased for us in the past, like they've been on our streams in the past, they are still stuck back over. Let me get the exact location again. This is back over near Lockney. It's near 261 Road and 130. He's currently stuck in a ditch. So if you know anybody that might be in that area that can help him out, please get the word out there. That's back up, I believe, near Matador or Matador or Roaring Springs, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go back over to Corey.
Never mind, that is literally chicken carry.
Just an update. He has the sheriff's office en route to currently assist him, so hopefully he'll get unstuck soon. So there is apparently help coming. All right, that's good. Have a whole team show up. It's gonna be a meet and greet with Mezzo Hunter. Still pretty scuddy here. The velocities aren't really that strong. I mean, if we had another tornado here, it'd probably be really tiny. We still have one. Did you check on Connor? I don't think Connor's in a ditch. I would have probably seen that posted in my chat 1 million times. If that happened.
No, still somewhat there.
Hey, Shadow, for the super chat. Congratulations on your degree. I've been watching you for a few years now. Keep up the great work. I really appreciate that, Shadow. Thank you for the super chat. Back to our 3-cam view for now. The hook looks intense. You know, it was intense. It was what happened earlier. Earlier was just absolutely crazy. I personally don't think we have a tornado anymore, at least from what we're seeing with Corey. But again, one might drop again. And the other two storms so far, the rotation's been pretty broad. The rotation actually has gotten a little bit stronger near Woodward, just west of Woodward in Oklahoma, going towards Sharon and VC. So if you are in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place. That one definitely could drop a tornado here over the next few minutes. You guys are crazy with the sport, by the way. I don't know how in the world we've sold over 500 of the Supercell drawing t-shirts on shopmaxvelocity.net. Again, if you guys did want to pick, I know a lot of people are asking for stickers and stuff. This is probably the furthest extent that we're gonna do of this collection. All right, got the t-shirt, and then we got the hoodie, and we also got a sticker. It's a holographic sticker, so it's kind of cool. If you want to pick it up, shopmaxvelocity.net. That's the top link in the description below. It is also pinned in the chat. There are hoodies. Again, shout out to Riley for making the phenomenal design. Picasso at work. Thank you, Tyler, for the super chat. Don't turn into a... I appreciate that. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you for the super chat. Nothing's changing. I know I'm gonna be a meteorologist, but nothing's like changing about like who I am. Like I might say I'm meteorologist max velocity at some point, but like it's not gonna be like, you know, anything different from what it has been in the past. All right, this tornado warning has been downgraded, no longer confirmed. It is radar indicated. We've had an outbreak of tornadoes today in Texas and Oklahoma. And hopefully it's winding down here soon. We can only hope. Are the hoodies nice? I have hoodie. Yeah, I have like a bunch of different hoodies. They're really comfortable. Max will begin referring to himself in third person. Absolutely. Woodward? Oh yeah, thank you. I forgot about that. Woodward, Oklahoma. My girlfriend calls you Tornado Boy. Very cool story. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. Shout out to Sydney with the PayPal donation. Appreciate that. How are the Iowa storms looking? Let's check it out real quick. I don't think there's really much happening up in Iowa. It's mostly just strong storms, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is up here. A lot of rain falling, but just mostly strong storms across the state of Iowa. Not too concerned right now about Iowa. Just continue to stay aware of the threat of some hail and wind. Also, back over in western central Oklahoma, we do have some scattered storms producing hail and wind. These are also just elevated storms, so really not much of a tornado risk out of that activity. And the stuff in Colorado is pretty much in the same boat. Not really much of a tornado risk there. Really, the main tornado risk for the next, at least foreseeable future, will be mainly out of this activity in both the Texas and Oklahoma areas, and then also back over here in West Texas. So again, any existing tornado threat for the next couple of hours will be in this general area. Our tornado watch still goes until 11 p.m. Central Time. And the severe thunderstorm watch goes until 12 in northwestern Oklahoma. So we will have a continuing threat here of severe weather for the next hour or two. Also, if you guys have not already heard, if you have not watched my video today, which if you have not, I don't know what you're doing. But today's video is a big one because of what's upcoming next week. I know we're mostly talking about today, but next week looks concerning. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather already in place in Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, where a severe weather outbreak appears likely right now on Monday. The slight risk goes all the way through Oklahoma, back into Wisconsin and central Minnesota. And then as we go into Tuesday, the same thing basically. We got another slight risk of severe weather from the Great Lakes back into Texas, where more damaging winds, hail, and the potential for tornadoes will exist. These are your day 5 and day 6 outlooks. We are expecting the potential for outbreaks on these days. We will likely be we will definitely be live, I think, on both of these days. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you're notified as well when we go live. Also, there is a low chance, wrong button. There is a low chance that we do go live tomorrow, just a heads up. I'm not sure if we will. Tomorrow's risk of severe weather, pretty much the same area. It's similar threat, I would say, just not as high of a threat. This is your day 2 outlook. It's just a large marginal threat right now, but I could see us having a slight risk back over near Amarillo and Lubbock. And if that does happen, we will consider a live stream tomorrow. They don't currently have a tornado risk outlined, which should, if we don't get a tornado risk, we will probably not be live at all. But if we do at least get a little 2% tornado risk, it's possible. Our hodographs tomorrow are pretty straight line. They're not really curved that much, so I'm not really that confident that we're going to see much of a tornado risk tomorrow, but we'll keep an eye on it. We'll definitely have a video tomorrow morning, so definitely make sure you subscribe, click the bell icon so you're notified with the latest on that. Got a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Hansford and Hutchinson counties in Texas for tennis ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. That'll be, I believe, this storm, maybe. Let's stay zoomed out. Pretty sure it's the one east of Lubbock. So this one will probably be canceled with that tornado warning here in just a few moments. That is some good news. Thank you, Jonathan, for the super chat. Thank you, Karen, for the super chat. Thank you, congratulations, Max, on graduating. Really amazing working on your channel and getting your degree. I appreciate that. You know, people always ask me, like, how do you balance doing college and doing this full time? Because again, I'm basically, I work 60 to 8 hours a week just doing my YouTube channel. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I actually spend a lot of time on doing stuff here. Even if we're not live, I'm still working actively, probably 8+ hours a day on other stuff. And you know, people always ask me, how have I done it? I have no clue. I have zero clue. I don't know how I did it. If you ever go into college and go into the meteorology program and you think you can do what I did, you can try. I don't know how I even did it though. It was the amount of stress that you get from balancing two really hardcore things at once, being full-time college and full-time doing, you know, YouTube is crazy. So thank you, Alex, for becoming a member.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we do have a new tornado warning. This one is going to be for Garza and Kent counties. So it looks like they're going to continue this tornado warning for this really tiny little storm here. Going towards 1081. So if you're in this warning, seek shelter. Really small area. Just east of Post, Texas, west of Jayton. Where is the severe thunderstorm traveling in West Texas? Is it going more northeast or southeast? Almost every storm right now that we have,
a new tornado warning has been issued.
Is tracking southeast. So most of our supercells currently tracking to the southeast. Not really much moving northeast at this point. We had some storms begin today moving northeast. We also have a new tornado warning. That's the northern storm here. Back over to the west of Holt, Texas, and south of Spearman, so seek shelter if you're in this warning. I want to go back over to Corey, because I think he might have a view of that southern storm that was confirmed at one point. Yeah, there's still a large lowering there. Look at that thing.
All right, I'm back. I was making my way back to
left side of your screen, there's still a large lowering here.
This again, now I'm back.
Channel 4.
Also, another photo, Tornado Pagey has upwards of DVD-sized hail that crashed into their windshield. That was back over with our 5-inch sized hailstorm near Matador, I think, Texas. Wow. Back to Corey here. Saw a lowering here. I was watching that happen live. Yeah, if you guys have not already, I definitely recommend watching like the first few minutes of today's stream. I've said that the last 3 streams. By the way, every stream in the last 3 days, or the last 3 streams we've had, we've begun our stream with a tornado on the ground, which is insane. We've never done that before. I don't know how we've done it. It's not even like, it's just coincidental, really. You know, the Saturday event, we had a large tornado with storm intermediate and a bunch of other chasers. Sunday was Jordan Hall, and even today was Jordan Hall. We've had 3 straight streams that have begun with large tornadoes.
Pull across the street fast. All right, go ahead.
Have I got a hurricane outlook yet? I have not. Well, decent structure on this storm, and a little lowering here. Nothing I'm seeing that's on the ground, but definitely have a wall cloud. This is coming up on Jayton. This will be eventually going towards Jayton, Texas, but it's pretty much east of Post, between the two.
Yeah.
Thank you, Clint, for the super chat. Minnesota and Iowa for Monday. Watch today's video. I have more details there. Today's video has all the details.
To his vehicle, but I will see if we're going to try and make some phone calls here and see if we can do for Haley. You guys hear about the chase so they got stuck? Who was it? I don't know. People on my channel have been saying somebody that Mezzo Hunter is stuck up near Matador. That's no bueno, especially if it's on these.
You should do a graduation party. I'm gonna be honest, if we don't have severe weather on my graduation party day, I might not be checked in at all. So I'm just letting you guys know. If we have no severe weather that day, I will be checked out that entire evening. I will, yeah. For those that are wondering, I'll probably post. I'll definitely post something on social media. At least a few photos of graduation and stuff. I'm not sure again when, but it'll be at some point. Again, I've not officially graduated yet. I still got about a week and a half. Hey, Dallas, for becoming a member. Storm definitely still has a lowering here. It's just not, again, as organized as what we once had. I cannot speak English. Not as organized as what we once had, but there's still at least a lowering here. And our only other tornado warning right now is we're actually back down to 2 tornado warnings. For some reason, I don't think... Oh, okay, the Woodward storm was canceled. Or Woodward storm was canceled. So we only have tornado warnings now in Texas. Still have one north of Stinnett, southwest of Spearman, and then the other one southeast of Lubbock. This is the one we're currently looking at with Corey Gherkin.
Yeah, I don't look so hot.
Hey, Joe, for the super chat, what's your favorite thing or fact about meteorology? That's a good question. There's so many.
Hold on. Let's zoom
I honestly cannot give you one. There's so many. Oh, I've learned so much stuff. Like, it's actually kind of funny how much I've learned. It's a lot of stuff was random too. Like, you know, dynamic meteorology had so many random like equations that you learn and stuff.
Man, there might be a little funnel.
Rory said there might be a funnel. Yeah, right there in the middle left, it looks kind of scuddy. That might be a little funnel there. Trying to form. I think it's more scud.
Maybe not.
I'm gonna go get a tattoo of the supercell. Oh my goodness. There's no way. What's your dream meteorologist job? Doing this. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is like the best thing in the world. Being able to provide weather coverage without having a boss. Basically being able to do, you know, the way I want to do it. And, you know, being able to actually interact with, you know, viewers and stuff. Very different from TV. TV, you're not able to really do that.
Turn around and start heading towards the Airbnb.
But I will continue to do YouTube. Shirt count, we have sold over 530 shirts. I don't understand that at all. You can't say sus hour on TV? I don't think you can. We need some sus hour t-shirts, honestly. It'd be really funny.
But now he seems like a really, really cool guy, so regardless what happens is what it is.
Those shirts are amazing. I guess, man. I don't know. I don't...
Like a genuine accent.
For those that don't know what we're talking about, maybe weren't here when it all happened and unraveled. And we have an incredible collection now out at shopmaxvelocity.net. It's the Supercell t-shirts. Might be wondering, how many have you sold? We've sold way too many. There are new colors, by the way. You can get it in different colors in case you want to be fancy. We also have hoodies and stickers available. Again, it's the top link in the description below. shopmaxvelocity.net. I'm just being honest, guys. Like, we have an artist, like a legit artist, that does all of our t-shirts, and somehow Riley whipped up this Picasso drawing of a Supercell, and it sold more than anything else we've ever sold, including our limited release like hats and stuff. And that sold within 1.5 to 2 hours. I think that started 2 hours ago. AI could never. I mean, that's the best thing. Hey guys, we can at least say that was not AI. That was not an AI drawing. It's not AI whatsoever. Hey, Robert Ducky for the super chat. Please wear the Buzz Lightyear costume under the gown during graduation to max velocity and beyond. That's not happening. Thank you, though, for the super chat.
Probably like 3 or 4 like usual. Oh, you know, just another...
Any tornadoes for Paris, Texas? No, not tonight. Paris is fine. It was mostly the wind threat earlier today, which is why you were in the thumbnail. How long will the shirts be on the website? Guys, I don't know. I don't even know why we're selling them. I don't know how they've sold. Whoever's packing all these shirts is literally going to think whoever bought these is crazy. Like, they're going to have to pack 500 plus shirts.
Two tours down in one shot. So close.
You know, look at those shirts and be like, what's going on here?
I saw the couplet down there, or both of them. I thought for sure.
By the way, this is NATO Cast's Outlook. I think this is for tonight. This is tomorrow? No, this is tomorrow. This is NATO's cast outlook for tomorrow, showing a small 5% tornado risk in West Texas. If we do get a tornado risk tomorrow, again, there's a chance that we go live, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Small little tornado risk even in Kentucky, but that is currently not outlined by the Storm Prediction Center, by the way, but just something to keep an eye on. There will be some storms out there tomorrow, mainly wind, some hail, maybe an isolated tornado. We'll keep an eye on it. Might be live tomorrow, who knows?
Moving due west at us, and we
agreed. That's the new logo. That's not the logo. Give Riley some credit. What am I gonna give him credit for, bro? Like, this guy's Picasso. Like he's the best out there. Do you ship to Canada? We do. Yeah, everything's international shipping for the most part.
But that's a pretty cool video to go through with it. Topic. I just got a pin for Mezzo Hunter. Do you still need it? I mean, we're well north of there.
Bottom right of your screen, the velocities are much weaker on this storm. Again, I don't think that this is in progress anymore, or we really even have anything. So, not really much left there. North of Bogar, just to the south of Spearman, we still have a tornado warning here. This storm also looks outflow dominant. So I do think our tornado risk with this storm is not nearly as concerning, but we'll continue to keep a close eye on it. The storm back over that's going towards Wheeler is still producing some very large hail. Tennis ball sized hail is coming into Mobeetie right now. We'll be approaching Wheeler just to the east of Pampa. So if you're in this warning, continue to stay away from windows. We still have a few severe thunderstorm warnings throughout northwestern Oklahoma near Fairview and Canton. These are producing 70-mile-per-hour winds and a little bit of hail as well. And also near Woodward, that storm is no longer tornadic. It is still producing some 60-mile-per-hour winds across Kansas and Colorado. Things aren't looking too shabby right now, so that's the latest update. 2 hoodies are on the way to Antarctica. I just don't think so. Thank you, Beth, for the super chat. Graduation is sponsored by Cheese Curds. There you go. I live in Stinnett. I think Stinnett's okay for right now. Keep an eye out for the hail threat and the low tornado risk. Connor got pulled over by a cop to get a photo? Are you being serious? Actually kind of interesting. Corey's feed is not live, by the way. I'm gonna put I'll put Brandon bottom right.
You'd expect, yeah. It's Wi-Fi is on your radio right now.
There we go. T-shirt is awful. Thank you. Connor got pulled over for running a stop sign, but the cop did ask for a photo. That's actually kind of funny. You know, I got pulled over by a cop one time in South Carolina back in May of last year. They never asked for a photo. And I didn't even run the stop sign. They just pulled me over for no reason. I literally had dash cam. But I didn't feel like driving forever ways to go fight something in court for, like, hours of driving. We see your baby picture? No. I don't even know where the heck I would have a baby picture. I'm not gonna lie. I bought my son a t-shirt. He loves it. Great quality. Thank you. I don't know if you're talking about the ones that Riley released, but... All right, somebody said in chat, Max, are you going to pursue anything with your degree? I mean, like, I honestly, like, I was going to, and then YouTube obviously has come around, and honestly, this has been the plan probably for like 2 years now, but, you know, it wasn't really the plan like 3 or 4 years ago. I was originally going to go in the broadcast route and go on like TV. Like, that was my initial plan, but again, I honestly enjoy YouTube way more. Like, YouTube is just way more, you know, it's just way more interactive. That's like literally the best thing about it. Like, this is a way more interactive experience. I'm able to talk to you guys. I can answer people's questions way easier. So, yeah, if you purchase any merch on shopmaxvelocity.net, it does help out our channel, helps us be able to do what we do on this channel. So if you pick up anything, like, doesn't have to just be the Supercell stuff, it does help out us. And yeah, helps out our operations. Rose apparently 8'7". I am. At your graduation, you should gritty on stage. I will not be doing that, but thank you for the suggestion. How many screens are you looking at? I'm right now looking at 5. Riley is going to come down here like in the summer, and we're going to set up a new studio that's going to have actually like 12 different monitors and 3 different computers. So it'll be way crazier here soon. So yeah, it's going to be a very large setup here in about 3 or 4 months. We will have 12 total monitors. We'll have 3 computers, at least 3, maybe more. We'll have like a laptop too, at least 1, maybe 2 laptops. It's gonna be kind of crazy. So yeah, it's gonna be a big project coming up in a couple months. So yeah, are we in the sus hour? We're no longer in the sus hour. We were in the sus hour a little over an hour ago. Gonna have to get an independent AC for that room. I don't disagree with you. We'll definitely have to. Have a good night, Vicky. Am I married? I am not married. If I was married, my wife would never see me because I am legitimately always live or working or something. Thank you, Lisa, for the Venmo donation. I appreciate that. Congratulations. I appreciate that, Lisa. Thank you. When's the Lake City documentary? We're in the beginning stages right now of it. We're starting to work on it. Might take some time. What am I seeing in Midland, Texas for the night? I don't really think we're going to see much in Midland. Look at the radar. It looks beautiful. Maybe some snow falling out there. You never know. No, I'm just kidding. There's no snow. But yeah, I'm not concerned about Midland tonight. Documentary about the latest Lake City tornado? That is correct. Yeah, the most recent one. We are planning on doing a documentary for it still. It'll be on our second channel, which is More Max Velocity for those that are wondering. And again, when we have that whenever that documentary is done, assuming we still do the entire thing, we'll be promoting it on here. Like, you guys will be able to know where it's at. Like, we'll have a link to it, you know, on our page. We'll have it on like our videos. We'll plug it, that sort of thing. So you're not going to miss anything there. Cody asks about Kansas City tonight. I don't think we're going to see much in Kansas City. We got some storms off to your west, but they're kind of falling apart. Mainly going to be just some gusty winds and some small hail. I think there's a low chance for damaging winds in this area. Thank you, Green, for the super chat. Aloha from Hawaii. First time seeing this channel. Keep an eye out for hurricanes for us Hawaii folks. I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in from Hawaii. We don't have very many Hawaii viewers, so I do appreciate you tuning in. Have I got a cap and gown? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. My college has done a terrible job of communicating this entire thing. I bought mine, so I got one apparently, but I don't know where it's gonna be at. So who knows? Maybe I'll get one. Maybe I won't. I'll have one though. I still don't know when I'm getting it. Thank you, Dog, for the super chat. I've been a huge fan for years. Thank you for all you do. Y'all giggling about. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Tucker, message me on, you know what? I don't know what you're talking about. East Texas Panhandle. We still got some big hailstorms. Again, most of these are moving down to the southeast. We'll continue to watch this threat going towards Wheeler, Shamrock. Low tornado risk will continue. We still do have an active tornado warning north of Amarillo. So we could see another tornado here tonight. It's going to be within the next hour, though, because after about 11:30, 12 o'clock, our tornado threat is pretty much zero. We still have a tornado watch in effect for half an hour. So this will continue. They might continue a localized tornado watch as well. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But
a new tornado warning has been issued.
Oh. All right, we have a new tornado warning in Oklahoma. This new tornado warning is going to be, I believe, the Woodward storm once again. This is for Dewey and Woodward counties. This is near Sharon and VC. So a little mezzo on this storm moving down to the southeast. Going towards VC, Mutual, and Camargo. So if you're in this tornado warning, seek shelter, get away from windows, lowest floor possible, and get to an interior room of your home or building. So if you're in the town of VC, you need to be in your safe place. It's coming right towards you here over the next 30 minutes. This is a really tiny storm, but it's definitely rotating. Definitely got a mezzo on it. Hey, Pastor, for becoming a member. VC is really the main town in the track of this little town here. Still have two other tornado warnings. Neither of them have been canceled yet, even though they might be at some point here soon. The Fairview storm that's going to be going towards Hennessy and Kingfisher. This is still actively producing a significant straight line wind threat of around 70-mile-per-hour winds. There is also a threat for quarter-sized hail out of this. And tracking to the southeast near O'Keene, Hitchcock, and MS here in northwestern Oklahoma. This might even impact areas near Enid, so keep an eye on that if you're back over there. Some damaging winds will be possible. Rotation's definitely on the stronger side of things, though, right over the west side of Sharon. And it's going to be coming up on VC Mutual over the next 5 to 10 minutes, so be in your safe place if you're in those areas. Thank you, Yuri Ha, for the PayPal donation. I appreciate that. Huge shout out to anybody that's picked up merch on shopmaxvelocity.net. You guys are absolutely crazy. The fact that we've sold over 500 t-shirts on today's stream is just bonkers. By the way, don't be surprised if it takes a few days for all those shirts to ship out. I have no clue how long it will take, because 500 shirts in the span of 2 hours of being ordered is crazy, so there might be small shipping delays on those. I have no clue. It might take a couple days. That's a lot of shirts. Coffee mug needs to happen. I'll tell you what, after the stream, we'll probably add a coffee mug, and then after that, we're probably done. So that'll be like the last thing we add. If we do add it. I don't know when it'll be added, though. But I think that'll be a cool idea to do. Do we ship overseas? We do. Do indeed ship overseas. Well, Missouri have severe storms on Monday. There will be a threat of severe weather on Monday. Again, today's video talks all about it. If you want to check out today's video, it is the top link, or not the top link in the description, but it is a link, or it's on the channel. Not linked anywhere. It's on the channel, though. If you want to click my channel name, you can go ahead and check that out. Again, today's video, though, goes really in detail about what we're expecting on Monday and Tuesday, and tomorrow's video will be even more in detail. Do we have tumblers? We do have tumblers, but I think we only have ones for my logo. We're going to be adding more merch variety in the future. Here's the latest radar scan. Stronger area of rotation now coming into the town of Sharon, Oklahoma. This is going to be approaching VC in about 10 minutes or so. It is moving again southeast at approximately 20 miles per hour. Once again for Dewey and Woodward counties. Going towards Mutual as well. So seek shelter again if you're in this warning. They have canceled the tornado warning north of Amarillo. And we do still have actively a tornado warning south of Spur. Again, I'm not as concerned about the storm south of Spur, east of Post. Well, continue to stay in your safe place until it's officially lifted. Brandon Kopic's over here somewhere. He's just driving. We just have him on the bottom right. Is Monday going to be an outbreak? I think Monday has the potential to be an outbreak. Am I doing Meteorologist Max Velocity shirts? I think we are. Are the storms in Oklahoma decreasing? They've actually been increasing, believe it or not. They aren't like increasing in terms of severity, I would say, but they are increasing in terms of coverage. These are more widespread than we had about 3 hours ago, or even an hour ago. We have a bit more of a cluster of storms moving right now through areas just west of Enid, with damaging winds being our main concern and some hail. And then these storms back over here up to the west, these are mostly just your kind of discrete supercells that are still ongoing. And so the one south of Woodward still has potential at a tornado. But generally, these are not, again, increasing really in intensity. This should be about where it's going to be at for the next hour. And then other than that, again, our tornado threat still stays low. We'll probably have maybe one more tornado, and it might be this one, honestly, near Sharon. The velocities are definitely on the stronger side of things right now. Heading towards Mutual. Will Tuesday be more conditional risk? Tuesday will probably still be somewhat significant. It'll be more scattered, though. I think, again, Monday has a big chance to be, or a chance to be big. I think Monday is going to be an outbreak. Thank you, Amelia. I appreciate that. Meso Hunter's been stuck for 2 hours. Yeah, apparently, I think Kopic actually is going up to help him. I think that's what Kopic's doing right now. So I do think Brandon Kopic is going up there to help out Meso Hunter. Again, Meso Hunter's been stuck for over 2 hours in a ditch. So hopefully he is good to go here soon. I think Brandon is going up there to help him out. So, W. Brandon Kopic. W's in the chat for Brandon Kopic. One of the he's a tornado magnet, and he you know, he's also somebody that helps out a lot of people. So big W's for Brandon. Hey, Doe for the super chat. I don't know how YouTube mods even work. I think there's an email you can email or something. Should be in the chat. If you want to apply. I spot a shirt and tumbler just now. Appreciate that. Thank you, Interceptor. Hey, Jeff. Watching from Alaska? You know, I actually know somebody at my college that is going to be going to Alaska to work as a meteorologist. I would never. I don't know what. That's just gonna be so cold up there. I wouldn't. Personally, I would never live in Alaska. It's just so cold, so far north. Like, just no, thank you. Hey, Heartless to the super chat. I appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for the mods as well. Really appreciate them as always. By the way, don't forget, if you're not already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Again, there's a chance that we're live tomorrow. There's also, well, at least have a video tomorrow, so definitely make sure you subscribe. Click the bell icon so you're notified as well when we do end up going live, if we do. Also, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Links to those are all in the description down below. If you have questions about our upcoming severe weather event as we go into this weekend, early next week, again, you could get the latest update on our video today, which was uploaded a couple hours ago, or not a couple hours ago. Wow, I can't speak. It was over 12 hours ago, but it's still very relevant. We'll have another video again tomorrow morning. Yay, Storm Trackers has 2 on the ground. What? Right now?
Yeah, I can definitely tell just by looking at those clouds out there. They're definitely getting themselves together. We'll maybe watch this for a little bit. Like I said, because I don't want to go much further east because of the...
They're back over near Miami again. I don't think there's anything on the ground here. I just think it's a lot of scud.
Go for it, but I'm going to watch it here. Also,
they lie to you for the super chat.
I just saw the new NATO cast is out, and it's going to be for Western Texas, right along the Mexico border, like down by Lubbock. What's that out there straight ahead?
I don't think they have anything, but I do think they have a lot of lightning, probably some scud too. It's a tree, probably is. All right, guys, we only have 2 tornado wings left. What we're gonna do is send it. Or actually, we're down to 1. The other one got canceled, so we have 1 in Oklahoma. What we're gonna do is we're gonna continue our coverage, but we're gonna bring it over to Riley, who's gonna continue our coverage here probably for the next hour or so. So if you want to continue watching coverage, what you have to do is nothing. You can stay on this stream, and you'll be redirected to his stream. Before we do that, I'll do a quick gritty because I know I told you I was gonna do that. That was a fail gritty because my cat was in the way, bro. I didn't even know my cat was on the ground. She was just sleeping on some clothes. But all right, we're going to go ahead and continue coverage with Riley. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Just stay on the stream, and you'll be redirected to the continuing severe weather coverage with Riley. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. If you get lost, I will post the link in the chat. So